Welcome to Dark Exodus.
I hope that I say something that thoroughly unsettles you. That's what we're here for. Not proselytizing, not advertising. We're here to be unnerved. Maybe even for an instant unhoused. I cannot conceive of talking about any evil, any form of unjustified suffering and unnecessary social misery. Any form of undeserved harm or unwarranted pain without talking about the need for courage. And I love about Socrates, his flat nose, pop belly, pop eyes, supposedly ugly in the public space of Athens, is that he went about trying to raise very painful questions. The queries that we rather not ask, but know we cannot sidestep or hold at arm's length. Unexamined life is not worth living. You all know that better than most at the University of Washington. Lead institutional higher learning, fundamentally committed to the quest for true, small T, knowledge, small K. Plato, the Apology in line 38a says the unexamined life is not the life for the human being. The Malcolm X added on the corner of 125th Street and 7th Avenue. The examined life is painful. And who will muster the courage to use and deploy their critical intellect? I didn't say intelligence, I said intellect. Richard Hofstede is right in his classic Anti-Intellectualism in America of 1963. America praises intelligence but fears intellect. It's a business civilization. It's a market-driven civilization. Who has time to wrestle with the frightening question? And of course, race, the vicious legacy of white supremacy, has been for so long a dogma in American history. We hit it hard in 1861, we hit it again in the 1960s, but for the most part, it's still one of those tacit assumptions and presuppositions we'd rather sidestep and hold at arm's length. The quest for self-knowledge. What kind of person are you and I really? What kind of community, what kind of nation are we really? Do we have the courage to look ourselves in the mirror candidly, critically, honestly, and acknowledge the underside, the night side of ourselves, the human predicament, American democracy, the world? William Butler Yeats is right when he says it takes more courage to dig deep into the abyss of one's own soul than it does for a soldier to fight on the battlefield. And you can't talk about race and race matters and diversity without wrestling with the legacy of white supremacy, in which it takes such tremendous courage to think critically about ourselves. That race is not some ghettoized peripheral issue. It has to do with the quality of persons that we think we are, the quality of American society that we think we are. And in the end, the quality of the species, humanity as a whole. Now, I'm sure many students here at this grand university will never forget those moments in which you look closely at your assumptions and presuppositions and recognize that your worldview rests on pudding. That's one of the differences between education and credentialization. That's one of the differences between acknowledging change, transformation, metamorphosis as a result of critical thinking and critically engaging the underside of who you are, 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 who you are.
And peace, folks. Welcome back to another edition of the Proper Thought series right here on the old T.P.O.T YouTube page. I'm your host, X, of course, but you knew that already. That's why your black asses is here. Tonight, we're doing something on DXL that we should have been doing a while ago. We're going to be talking about this COVID-19 thing, and we're going to be talking about some of the ways that some of us can be taking advantage of this shit. Full disclosure, some of the things I'm going to be talking to you brothers about tonight are some things that I have already done. That's kind of how I do it. I'm not going to tell you some shit that I'm not doing myself or haven't done myself or getting ready to do myself. So full disclosure on that. What's good, y'all's grace, brother Stoic? I see you up there. So, but before we get into it, and as y'all can see from the title, my man B.M.T. gonna be in the house because he'll be talking about some of this stuff as well. We're gonna turn the corner a little bit here on DXL, and we're gonna talk about some opportunities, some money opportunities, man, that could be pretty lucrative for the brothers if you're willing to put the time, energy, and it may cost you a few dollars too. But if you're willing to put a little time, a little energy, a little ambition, and some money into these things, you might fuck around and make a few dollars. But before we get started, of course, y'all know how I always start this up. I always started up with thanking all of you for your views, for your subscriptions, for your donations, all of that. I appreciate it all. I appreciate the support that you've given this platform. I appreciate you subscribing to this platform. I appreciate you showing up to these streams every goddamn week, because you don't have to do it. You know, you don't have to sit here and watch these streams. You don't have to watch these videos. You don't have to follow this channel, and you definitely don't have to drop your hard-earned quarters, dimes, nickels, and pennies and dollars on this platform. But you choose to do so. And for that, I'm honored. I am grateful. I am appreciative, man. And I appreciate all of y'all, man. I appreciate everything you do. Your support is important. I mean, whenever you're doing something like this, it's always good to have a level of support. And the folks always support X. And I appreciate it, man. I do, man. I appreciate all of y'all. I do. All right. All right. So, like I said, me and brother B.M.T, we're gonna chop it up a little bit. I might have one or two surprise guests coming in. I don't really want to say nothing yet because I haven't got any definitive answers from them as of yet. But we'll see how the night turns out. So let me bring up my man, brother B.M.T. What's good with it, brother? Is he there? B.M.T done probably walked off and shit. Brother B.M.T, you there? Paging B.M.T. Paging B.M.T.
Oh, I didn't even know I was on mute, brother. I didn't even know I was on mute. Yeah, just getting the family settled in with stuff, and I'm very excited to actually get to do this. Always a blessing to get to do stuff with you, X. And definitely, we do have information, a lot of stuff that we can talk about and go over tonight. I just finished going over. I just finished going over how to receive your stimulus check. Stimulus checks are already going out. I've actually been helping families and brothers and women, sisters I've been helping people get their checks. Don't matter who they are. I've been helping people with a lot of stuff and helping people recondition from a lot of the stuff that people will normally want to do to what we need to start doing.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know what I'm saying? So, uh, we're going. So yeah, we got some stuff down the pipe that we can start talking about, brother. And you know what I'm saying? I'm only bringing straight information. No feel good. So let's get to work.
Oh, let's get at it. Um, as everybody knows, for the most part, this whole entire nation, this here United States, is under siege by the coronavirus or COVID-19, whatever you want to call it. It's under siege right now. And I know I live in a state where the state has put a lot of people out of work depending on what they do for a living. And I feel for those brothers, man. I feel for those brothers who have lost their jobs because, you know, the state doesn't see what you do as an essential service. I know people that own businesses like barbershops and beauty salons and things of that nature where the state has pretty much made them shutter their doors. So, you know, it's messed up. You know, me, and I say this a lot, I've been fortunate. The state hasn't caused me to shut down my business as of yet. Got my fingers crossed. But one thing I have noticed where I am, they haven't put the brakes on the blue collar brothers. Most of the blue collar brothers are still working. I know all the blue collar brothers that I know, you know, like myself, we're still working. I mean, they haven't put the clamps down on us as of yet. But I know a lot of people, the clamps have been put down on them. And I know that it's tough out there for the brothers, especially if whatever job they were doing, that was their only money. I mean, these brothers, yeah, exactly. I don't even know what to call this dude with the damn Asian writing, but he said crime will go up as a result of this. Of course it will. But you're talking about people who were already poor, especially if they were the working poor. Now they're going to be more poor. Exactly. Um, but there is a light at the end of this tunnel. I don't think this is going to last forever. I mean, nothing ever does. I think this is going to level out, and when this whole coronavirus thing levels out, there is going to be opportunities, just like there's opportunities for brothers right now. Um, as I said in the beginning when I opened up, I have taken the steps to invest in disinfectant services, sanitation services, cleaning services. I have taken the steps and did a little bit of investing in some stuff because I know within the next 2 to 3 weeks, a month tops, I know that these type of services are going to be greatly needed. Everybody's going to want them. So
Mm-hmm.
I have taken the steps, and I want you brothers. I want you, the brothers, to take heed to this. You may not necessarily do what I'm doing, you know, but take heed to the fact that this coronavirus thing has everybody scared. So when you're talking about cleaning services, you're talking about car cleaning, you're talking about home cleaning, you talk about commercial cleaning, industrial cleaning, restaurant cleaning. I mean, you're talking all that shit, outside cleaning. I mean, pressure washing, hot water pressure washing for restaurants. I mean, and the list goes on and on and on and on and on.
Right.
Because, like I said, everybody's scared now, but pretty soon the fear is going to lift, and people are going to they're going to want people to come in there and sanitize their restaurant, sanitize their building, fumigate their building, exterminate. Don't sleep on that either, because along with cleanliness always comes pest control. Trust
Yep.
me, they
Yes,
go
sir.
hand in hand. They go hand in hand. So along with that business, I mean, and when I'll say again, when the fear lifts, white folks and Latinos are going to jump on this shit, brothers. Do you hear me? White folks and Latinos are going to jump on this stuff, man. We cannot let them be the only ones taking advantage of this shit. Do you understand? Do not let them be the only ones taking advantage of this shit, brothers. Now, I say again, of course, I don't want you jumping out there doing something that you haven't learned everything about. So now's the time. Now's the time to start learning about whatever one of these businesses that you think you want to take up, because it's not just going to be cleaning. You're talking about clean outs. You're talking about renovation. You're talking about carpet removal, carpet install. You're talking about siding. You're talking, I mean, like I said, the list goes on and on and on and on and on. All that shit comes together, man. It all fits together. It's all synchronous, brothers. All of it. Anything that has to do with change and cleaning is going to explode when this shit is over, brothers. It is, man. Trust me, it is. That's why I'm investing in it. You understand? That's why I'm doing it. Y'all see these pictures up here behind us of the brothers cleaning furniture, the brothers sanitizing up there, sanitizing walls, commercial cleaning, residential cleaning. You understand? Basement cleanings, attic work. Y'all know what punch work is, right? Where you go in and you fix all the shit inside of the goddamn apartment or the house, and you change the locks and you clean the place up and you do the renovations. That shit is gonna go through the roof as well, brothers. I say again, do not let others be the only ones that take advantage of this shit. Don't. I know it seems now like it's not going to happen, like this is never going to lift, like it's never going to be a change. That's not true, man. That's not true. This shit is going to be over one day. And brothers, you need to go ahead and take these fucking lemons that we've been handed and turn it into fucking lemonade. Trust me. You'll thank me, man. You will thank me. So you get in there and you research whatever you think you want to do out of all those things that I mentioned, and maybe some shit that I didn't. You take this downtime right now and research what you want to do, because at the end of all of this, I guarantee you'll be able to start you a business. You will, especially in the cleaning services. I'm telling you, if it ain't nothing but carpet cleaning, you will be able to start you a business when this shit is over. All right? I know y'all probably all getting those checks like brother B.M.T was talking about. Take that money, man. Don't blow it. Don't blow that money. You should take that money that you get. All right? That money that you get, hold on to that shit. Hold on to it. Especially if they let you collect a little unemployment check while you're looking for new work. Hold on to that money, man. Let that money be your goddamn business money. Let that money start you off with something. Take that money and invest in a piece of equipment. Take that money and invest in a little beat up pickup or a van. Take that money and invest in some books that can educate you on the business that you want to start. Because guess what? I say again, the blue collar brothers are still working. We are still working. So guess what? When some shit like this come along again, if you are a blue collar brother with your own business, guess what? You won't have to worry, because you will still be working. You will still be working. You understand? What's good? Perfect Blackness, J.I. Chi-Town Facts. What's good with it, man? Brother B.M.T, you want to weigh in on this, man?
Yeah, so right now I'm headed to I'm going walking right into the office. Everything you're saying is factual, and I don't know. It's like I can't. We can't lead them. We lead them to the water, but we can't make them drink. You know what I'm saying?
It's true.
Like,
it's true.
Understand this,
it's
man.
True.
You got to start. We're going to talk over some stuff that y'all need to start re-gearing y'all mind. First off, get off of these social media talking and all this hangout and stuff, and y'all need to be getting to them county job sites. The county is literally posting, because the county has to stay up to mandate with the governor on what jobs that they're allowed to have, what jobs that they need, what jobs that they're allowed to keep on allowing going on, the essential jobs. And they're told how much they can hire. But they don't want everybody to just keep jumping on unemployment.
Yeah.
So I'm telling y'all, go to the count. You can literally log online. Hell, you can even ask unemployment. Hey, are there any hiring jobs out there for the town, for the governor, for the state? Listen, those are good jobs. They usually involve maintenance, keeping up with the air ducts. See, somebody got to change them air ducts. They got to get taken out. Can't allow them to stay in. But they could probably collect the dust and particles. So best believe they're going to pay you to do that. And these jobs do involve on-the-job training. The people, you learn how to start changing oil, change tires. You can get put on changing bus tires, oil. That's good money. We got we got people that construction is still going on.
Yep.
Construction never stopped. People are still out there, and people still out there doing stuff. Y'all think ditch diggers don't make money? That's a lie. That's a huge lie. I know some brothers that get in there. They might start out at the entry level, making $14 to $15 an hour. But hey, after a while, they start saying, "Okay, you're ready to get out that ditch, down that stop sign. Now let me teach you how to put together this pipe. Let me show you how to cut and solder pipes and stuff. Now, okay, come on, get on this backhoe. Let me show you how to work this. Better yet, you need to go get certified. Let's certify them real quick. And most of the time, the job will pay you to certify you. And once you get the license, it's yours.
Yep.
So, and I'm never gonna tell you something. Listen, man. I done dug ditches. They're gonna need carpets that are gonna need to be taken up. Best believe people are gonna need carpets taken up. Retiling. That's money. We're not talking about like these. And these jobs aren't hard to learn. It just means discipline, being on time, learning to shut up, and being willing to work and get your hands dirty.
Absolutely.
So once you learn these skills, you can literally say, "Hey, you learn how to do tile. Guess what? You can literally walk up to somebody and say, "Hey, I heard you need your floor done, X." Yeah, man. Hey, I'll go out, find out about the material, come back with the price. You know what I'm saying? We can go out there, we can go get it together, and you just pay me to put it down. You just now made your own side business right there, laying down tile. I know brothers who do that. Put down kitchen, hallway, floor, churches. They do all that, man. They make good money, and that's their money.
They do.
Buy a nice little 98 Toyota pickup truck, load that bad boy. That thing barely touching the goddamn street, and they ride around making cash. This is things that I'm trying to tell y'all. Another thing, but we're gonna cut into not just jobs, mental health, also reestablishing yourself as men. One thing I'm gonna tell y'all: listen, man. I'm gonna tell you, focus on yourself right now. This is the best reset you're gonna ever have. To focus on your career. You don't have to worry about, babe, you need to come over. No, social distancing. But baby, can you come over? No, social distancing. Now you got an excuse. You can stay your butt home and get your behind in that book and learn how to doggone do some welding. Instead of y'all, we thankful for y'all to come in this chat, but we also want y'all to learn some stuff. Y'all can start picking up some skills. They got online classes for to start learning how to do piping, welding, masonry. All these are essential jobs that are needed in the States. Construction is going on at an all-time high. We got different. You can go do mechanical work. Walmart is hiring for TLE. You can go over there from there. Then get to a tire shop and a Jiffy Lube shop. Then you can go get into an apprentice program to be a mechanic. I'm not going to tell y'all nothing I have not already done.
Yep.
Just for me to touch a doggone car that was $100 off the top. And that's because I started from changing oil and changing tires to doggone shutting up and listening. And that man said, listen, I'm going to start teaching you some more stuff. Come to my garage. I thought you work at Walmart. No, I got my own garage, son. He put me out to his own garage, teaching me the tools. It was hard work. Damn, I don't know how many times my finger lifting up that engine. You better get used to that. But you know what? Every week I got paid. Every week. Then he said, start taking your money aside, start saving up, and good. Guess what? Buy yourself some tools. Buy yourself the proper PPE equipment you need. I didn't know he was teaching me responsibilities on, listen, I'm teaching you so that way you can do it yourself. That way I can lend you out to other garage pits if they're behind. I can put you on to a guy, hey, his daughter needs her tires changed. Go over there and go do that. She don't feel like coming to the garage shop. You can go there and do it. Put the tires on the back of your truck. It was good money. Good money. My wife just told me that they got programs opening up for CNAs. They need CNAs now. They need people in the medical field.
Yep.
Y'all can get out there. Y'all can definitely get out there and do that. You don't want to stay at CNA for so long? Guess what? You can go ahead and move up. Advance your career. Take some night classes. Right now, they're hurting real bad for medical people right now. So you can do that. It don't take long to get a CNA certification. You do that long enough, guess what? You can get put on to start contracting yourself.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Good checks. Really good checks. But
once you get certified, guess what that means? You don't have to work for a hospital. You can take on private cases. Brother Perfect Blackness said he's in IT, and he said he's been working 40 hours a week from home. He said they consider what he does very vital. So he suggests study for an IT certification. You know what? When he said that, you know what I thought about? Data processing, medical billing, all that kind of shit that you can do that they're going to be looking for, man. They're going to be looking for this stuff when this is over, especially when you're talking about stuff connected to the medical field. When you talk about the medical field is going to be very, very, very hot. It's hot right now. I mean, in places like New York, they're practically begging people to come and work. The governor is damn near on his knees every day, begging for people to come work. All right. So, I mean, there is so many opportunities for brothers out there. I mean, see, I think of shit from a blue collar standpoint because I'm a blue collar dude. Okay. I'm a mechanical engineer. All right. I work in grease and dust and hydraulic fluid and oil. And, that's kind of my thing. Smoke, engines, banging, a lot of noise. That's what I do. But I'm glad that this is what I chose to do because I haven't skipped a beat. I haven't skipped a beat. I mean, they haven't came and closed my garage down. Nothing. But I mean, businesses all around me are shut down. They're shut down and not letting them rock at all. So, like you said, the construction business is still going on. Plumbing, roofing, flooring, sheetrock and drywall, masonry. I mean, all that shit is still going on right now, man. Nothing has stopped that. You still see construction crews on the side of the road building highways. You still see construction crews building bridges, building buildings. You still see the fucking electric company guys are still up on telephone poles doing wiring. I mean, you still see that. That stuff hasn't stopped. And let me tell you something, man. As time goes on, As time goes on, more and more of these things are going to open up, man, because number one, when you have so many people that are out of work, what happens when people are out of work? People get out of work, so what do? They got this unemployment shit that they're extending now. So a lot of those people ain't gonna try to go back to work. A lot of those people ain't gonna try to go back to work. So it's not like everybody's gonna be jumping up taking them jobs, man. They're not. Because there's always a dip in these things before it starts to ascend. All right. Like right now, they're saying that there's X amount of million of people who are unemployed right now, right? So what does that mean? That means at some point that bubble has to burst and some jobs are going to have to be offered. And these are the things that I'm talking about right now. Like I said, in the medical field, in the cleaning services, those things are going to open up. The ones that aren't already open are going to open up. And these are opportunities for brothers. And I'm telling you, I will say again, do not let white folks and Latino folks take all these opportunities. Now is the time to plan on starting your own business, especially if you're a blue collar brother. If you're a blue collar brother and you're into cleaning, you're a blue collar brother and you're into sterilization, hazmat, okay, debris, rubbish removal, all that kind of shit, man, is going to start to heat up in about a month. I'm telling you, it is. Remember, I told you, don't let other people get what's yours, man. Because see, that shit is ours, man. That's ours for the taking. It is, brothers. It's ours for the taking. We need to take advantage of it, man. We do. We need to take advantage of it. We need to get into these businesses. All right. And you know what else? You know what else is going to pick up? Outside services like landscaping. All right. Landscape construction. Yep. Landscape construction, grass cutting, all that kind of shit is going to pick up too, because it's all going to be about cleanliness. It's all going to be about a clean look. And you know why it's going to be that way, brothers? Because see, everybody's going to have to put up the perception that they are extra clean, extra sanitary, extra COVID free, if you will. Because see, people are not going to want to deal with people who don't meet that criteria of things, because that's the world we living in now for the most part. You understand? I mean, I'm to the point where shit, I want to paint all the walls white inside the house. But you understand what I'm saying? Okay? That's another field that's going to open up. Painting is going to open up as well. I'm telling you, people are going to want new paint on their walls. People are going to want new floors. People are going to want their furniture cleaned, sanitized, disinfected, their floors, the outside of their house, their driveways, their lawns cut, their attics cleaned out, their basements cleaned out. These are the things that people are going to want to be done. And you brothers can be doing it. Y'all can be doing it. All right. This is, yeah, exactly. Now is the time. Now is the time to get into it. Like Brother Perfect Blackness just said, those IT jobs. All right. Those IT jobs that can't be automated. He said they're already picking up. Guess what? You brothers need to be getting on those too, man. Do not let everybody else do it. Do not let everybody else do it, man. We got to make the best out of this shit. I know it's bad. I know people are dying. People are sick. Everybody's scared. The COVID is on the news and all that kind of stuff. But I say again, man, this is not going to last forever, brothers. It's not going to last forever, man. And you need to figure out what you're going to do when this shit is over, especially if you one of them unfortunate brothers who fucked around and got his job cut because of this shit, because you're going to have to do something. unless you're gonna get out there and start committing crimes and selling dope and shit like that. If you plan on making a turnaround, you can't really sit around and wait for your job to call you back. You can't sit around and wait for the state to lift the goddamn restrictions on your service, your industry. Don't sit around and do that. Get yourself into something. Get you some books. Find out what you need to do to get certified. Find out what you need to do to get trained. Find out what you need to do to turn this shit around for you. Do it, man. I mean, and I'm not trying to preach it, y'all, man. I'm not. It's just that, like I said, I have taken the steps to get myself involved with one of these businesses. All right. I have taken the steps already. I've already started because, see, I already know what it is. I already know what it is. I already know what's coming down the pipe, man. And I want y'all to benefit from it too. I do. I want y'all brothers to benefit because I know at the end of this, man, we're going to be better off. All right. This is going to make us better off, man, if we do this right. If we take these fucking opportunities that brothers is talking about right now, and I'm gonna bring brother Perfect Blackness. If you want to come up, man, let me know. I'm gonna bring brother Perfect Blackness up too if you want to come up. But I say again, man, these opportunities are there, brothers. Don't let this shit pass you by, man, because nobody else is. Other people are not going to let these opportunities pass by them, man. They're not. So I don't want you to either, man. I don't. This can be the opportunity that you brothers was waiting for, man. This could be it. This could be the thing that makes you self-sufficient. This could be the thing that makes you an entrepreneur. If you always wanted to be an entrepreneur, now's the time. If you always wanted to see what it was like to start your own business, now's the time. If you want to take control of your life, now is the goddamn time, brothers. Now is the time. It is. Do not throw it away. Go ahead, brother B.M.T. I'm send. I got you, brother Perfect. I'll send you the email.
Okay, so and looking at that, we need to start looking at some viable options. Now, we already went over into maintenance. We also went into trying to think forefront. Now, as far as it's going to go, you're going to have to start learning how to properly budget. One of the key things about surviving and actually reestablishing yourself, thank you, is budgeting. If y'all can't budget goddamn at least $1,100, your ass is fucked. Just trying to let you know right now. Because the money that you're going to see, that you're going to have access to, is not necessarily going to be money that you need to spend. It's going to be money that you need to learn how to say, let me say this for a rainy day. Let me pocket this for a rainy day. I'm going to tell you right now, and that's going to tell you, there's always going to be a goddamn rainy day. Right now, we in a goddamn hurricane. Well, some of us. I can afford right now to sit on my ass. Because now I already got my tenants already in. Hell, I already had one of them. They doggone offer goddamn, I think at least about $3,500 just to extend the goddamn lease. They're like, I can't go nowhere, Mr. Johnson. I said, yeah, but your lease is up. No. I don't want to go up north. But I got $3,500. You can have it. Okay, but Betty, I'm not gonna take all your money, but I get you. Why? Because when you are a necessity, the society will need you. And that's the thing. And that's the thing about it. You gotta learn how to make yourself viable. Now, next thing that we talk about is is proper management of self. I'm not gonna try to go on this tangent, but brothers, listen, man. You need to possibly start letting go and start shortening up your network. I know some of y'all don't like hearing that, but this is gonna be for your good. It's an opportunity to start. because now you're getting to see how people react and act in this. But I'm talking about doggone the COVID doggone what people need to be doing, and we're seeing how some are acting. So this is an opportunity for a lot of you brothers to listen, man. You know, get your money right, get your time right. You know what I'm saying? Uh, doggone, leave that woman alone if she has bad spending habits. I know a lot of people don't want to hear that. If you are somebody that literally is interested in the medical field, please go ahead and do that. I'm telling you right now. Somebody asked me about Pepsi. You literally can right now become a vendor. If you don't believe me, my brother told me about it. Literally, they have doggone vendors right now that are literally starting right now because they need somebody to do the deliveries, count the bread, do different stuff like that. I can't make this stuff up. So they need people to do this stuff, man. And if you're willing to doggone, you can be a bread counter, make your own goddamn investment of money, and literally take advantage of your own life. A bread counter literally drives their own vehicle. They go to the stores. The bread is already loaded in the back. And literally, guess what? They count the bread. I can't make it more simple than that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of I know my brother, he started out doing that before he got into the food business, the food trucking business. And literally he never looked back. So I want y'all to understand that that's literally a lucrative job. Handling that. I know we got another brother here, and I don't want to know. I don't know how deep y'all want me to go into this. So I'm gonna just go at it as much as I can. As far as it goes for men, when it comes to taking time, let me say at this. Some of y'all have time now to spend with y'all kids now. I'm being so dead ass. Listen, y'all ain't got nowhere else to fucking go. Black man, I'm gonna tell you right now. Take some time and spend time with your doggone children. You hear me? Yeah. I know some of y'all like, what the fuck? Hell no, nigga. I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell y'all. They want to know what to do during this COVID stuff. We gotta let them know, eh? Like, listen.
Absolutely.
Y'all, listen, man. Ain't no court now, but they already done suspended child support payments for some. They're going to keep you from talking or dealing with your kid. If that mom has to go to work, guess what? Daddy, get your child and go ahead and sit your ass down, help them with their schoolwork, and you start studying to learn whatever skill you can learn. And y'all can learn together. I'm trying to tell y'all got no excuse anymore. You don't. So I'm gonna be cutting deep. This is also part of Black Exodus. So y'all niggas can't say I don't get to hang. No, somebody gotta be home with that goddamn child. Damn it! And there ain't nobody going to jail like that for no child support. So you got all the time now to get to go see that damn child, unless they're in a state that's doggone on lockdown. But ultimately, we got to start doggone getting back to the root. Budgeting, doggone stability. You know, said stuff as a man that literally drives the think and tank. Leave these goddamn women alone. Right now, they're doing whatever they can to doggone secure a bag. You need to build and make your own bag. I'm trying to tell you, they will come because they see you as a man of means. I can't tell y'all that enough, man. So y'all need to understand. Get away from the social media stuff, man. Get away from some of the social media stuff hunker down. They got on the job training. Go to the Berkeley County or wherever county that y'all in, and y'all gonna start reteaching yourself.
Yep.
I'll pass it over to Perfect Dark. No, I got a lot of stuff I gotta get out.
Well, we've been joined by Brother Perfect Blackness. What's good with it, brother?
Hey, what's going on, brothers? What's going on, Matt? What's going on, B.M.T?
What's going on, man?
Not much, man. I this is a conversation I've been having, off the air with young brothers here. A lot of the boys that I counsel and mentor. I'm telling them that, saying that even some of their fathers, that this is the perfect time to really start to retool yourself. And me, I'm an IT guy, so I'm always going to be pushing that. Especially getting them into the fields and in the IT mindset, into places where it's going to be either hard or impossible to automate or outsource. So, and one thing that I'm finding, and it actually was a surprise to me, is that because I do a lot of network engineering for small businesses on the South Side, and that's kind of a I want to say there's a lot of potential there because it's not being done, and that's one of the things I'm kind of investing some money in. For the last couple of years, I've been investing some money because I actually want to get out of corporate America and do my own thing in this way. But some of the small business networks that I built, that I engineered, they've been calling me because, number one, they don't have staff there to maintain it. And because a lot of them I still have access to them remotely, they've been kind of keeping me on retainer to make sure that their stuff is secure. Because there's been some reports of some businesses getting hacked because there's no one's really there to maintain it. You heard what happened to ESPN's Colin Kaepernick's thing. So I've been getting calls to keep just to keep an eye on their networks, man. And I'm getting paid for that. And what I do, I can do it from home. Now, I've been working full 40 plus hours a week. It's like I haven't skipped a beat. So brothers that ain't got nothing going on, man, get into this IT field, man. Start with that A+ cert. They get you into a entry level or desktop support. Believe me, a lot of those desktop support jobs really can't be outsourced because they need people here, right there. They need them in front of them to kind of to work them through things. So, and those type of jobs, they're not really outsourceable. I mean, they're not really automated. You can't really automate that because you need a human touch to do it. The network engineering, those type of positions, it's hard to outsource those things. Well, they trying to outsource to the Indians, but what I do, I'm on the hiring end of that. So, and I see that too, and I'm trying to help some brothers that's in an employment pipeline to try to grease the skids to get them in. Because they really trying to pull these Indian guys, man. They not even really trying to look at the black guys for it or anybody else for that matter. They want to get these Indians in there. But still, if you got one of them certs, man, just one, and you start going in from there, just start stacking your certs. It's okay to get a bachelor of computer science, but I can tell you, I don't have a bachelor of computer science, and I got about 4 people up under me who I supervise and train, who do got bachelors of computer science. Don't really teach you anything, right? So it teaches you things, but just doesn't teach you what and a lot of those guys have been drastically outsourced. So it's the cert game that's in the IT field that's going to help you more so than a degree. And you can get certifications at home, man. You can get this shit at home. You can study. They got study modules for free that you can get on YouTube. Bullshit you not. Bullshit you not. Some of them may be one generation behind. What I mean by that is it may have a few technologies that's not really talked about that much. But the fact that they out there, you can study to get certifications, man, get certified up. A lot of times without even going to school. If you know the right module, if you know the right person that got the right module, so you can study with the right study guys, man. The only thing that you'll need is to take have the money to take the cert. Okay. Now I can tell you, I got a CCNA. You get that CCNA, man. You almost never have. that is recession proof stuff there. It's expensive and it's hard as hell, but man, they got study modules out there on that. Takes a while, you know. I made a mistake on that and rushed into it the first time and failed it, and I had to come up with another $2,700 to take the doggone test, but I did. You know, these certs, man, those are great investments because you put that shit on your resume, and I guarantee you're gonna have people coming after you for a job, man. Especially when you start getting into the security, which is what I'm going to be getting into. I want to move out of the engineering and go right to the security, because man, you writing your own check, you get into that security field, and that's really, you can't really outsource that. You get that on your resume, man, they gonna be fighting over you because ain't many people got it. And these are that, and right now with this outbreak, and you got a lot of companies that are feeling real skittish about their data security. Man, you go and tell them, oh, I want it, they give it to you. You can write your own check. So guys, look, man, look, if you ain't got nothing else going on, if you're not really big into the blue collar, start studying you some certs, man. Start studying you some certs. Go take because most of these local community colleges, they give classes for that. Now, I'm gonna tell you, with this stimulus, you owe child support, you ain't getting no check. You ain't getting it. So if you getting unemployment, I really encourage you to either invest in some of those in an A plus or Net Plus class, Net Plus and Net Plus A plus class, and that way you can start going into the entry level where they'll be paying you at least about $21 to $25 an hour coming in. So this is an opportune time for us to really take advantage of this crisis to retool yourself, to get yourself ready while you ain't got nothing to do. Most of you guys, man, that's sitting at home don't even want to be around your old woman, and that's why the doggone domestic violence calls have a triple. Since because everybody's at home. So you got women getting their ass kicked because guys can't get away from their women's mouth. So this is a good time for you, man, to focus your attention on something else, so you can always have a job. So you don't have to worry about that.
Well, I feel for the brothers, man, you know, because I know a few brothers who, you know, they're out of work now because of what they did for a living. I mean, I know a brother who owns a barbershop, you know, and he ran a good business. I mean, he had like 8-9 barbers in there, and guess what? State closed his shit down. So, I mean, he's out of work. I mean, he's living off his savings. He don't know when they're gonna let him open his joint back up. You know, he has no idea. You know, they talking about the end of this month, but I mean, that's not for sure. You know, they can extend it for another 30 days if they want to, because all this stuff is being closed down by order of the governor. You know what I'm saying? By order of the governor, where state officials and police are literally walking into businesses that they see open that they don't deem essential and telling you to close your shit. That's what they're doing. They're walking into they're walking into your shit with some documents and saying this is not an essential business by order of the governor. You must close. And if they come back and your ass is open tomorrow, that's a stack. Okay. They will charge you $1,000. They will write you $1,000 summons. And I think if they catch you again, now your ass gonna get arrested. I mean, they're not fucking around. I mean, they're not. So I mean, I feel for the brothers who going through that shit. This is why I wanted to talk about this tonight with brother B.M.T, because like you said, brother Perfect Blackness, now is the time to rebuild yourself, especially if you ain't doing shit anyway. If you're not doing anything, I mean, you should be taking this time to try to build, to try to learn a new skill, to become an IT guy, to become a plumber, to become a construction guy, to run your own disinfectant business or decontamination business, you know, a clean out guy, you know, something. This is the time for you to reinvent yourself because, like I said, you don't know when you're going to get your job back. I mean, a lot of brothers are in the middle of uncertainty now. And I just think it would be better for the brothers if, like you said, they train themselves and get themselves certified in something where they don't have to face uncertainty anymore. Even if another crisis like this hits, they know that they have stability. They know that they're gonna be one of the people who'll still be able to rock out, pay their bills, take care of their family, pay their child support, pay for them rims that they financing, whatever, pay their mortgage, that car note. I mean, one thing about having a degree of financial security, right? You know that you're always going to be able to pay your mortgage, pay your car note, pay your insurances, pay your bills, take care of your kids if you got them, take care of your wife if you got one, take care of your house, eat, your lights on, water on, gas on. You know that is going to be taken care of when you have some stability in your life. Especially if you are a dude, who ain't living in grandma's basement. I mean, if you somebody that's living in your grandma's basement, you need to be listening to this too, because see, you wasn't doing shit before this crisis. Okay, you wasn't doing shit before this, so you definitely need to be listening to this because see, grandma ain't gonna live forever. All right, grandma ain't gonna live forever, so you need to be following the advice of these brothers that are up here and doing something, man, recreating yourself, reinventing yourself, retooling yourself, as Brother Perfect Blackness says. Because now's the time, man. I'm telling you, because the door is open now, brothers, but it's not going to stay open. That door is going to fucking shut, man. It's going to shut, brothers. And I want y'all to walk through that shit. And when it's shut, I want that shit to shut behind you, not in front of you. Let me say that again. When that door slams shut, brothers, I want it to shut behind you, not in front of you. Because if it shuts behind you, that means your ass is in there. That means you're in the building if it's shutting behind you. You know what I mean? So I just want y'all brothers, man, to see what's in front of you, man. I mean, like I said, man, I know it's tough. I know it's tough for some of y'all, man, but hey, man, you take these lemons, man, and make it into fucking lemonade, man, and get yourself out there, learn yourself a new skill, recreate yourself, buy some books, take some online courses, look at some vocational schools, check out what it is to see what you need to get certified in some type of IT field, man. Now's the time, man, because they practically giving it away now. They're practically giving that shit away now because everybody's home. Everybody's home. Everybody's out of work. Everybody knows what's going on with this outbreak of this fucking virus, man. So the shit is there for you, man. The shit is there for you, brothers. It is, man. It is. You gotta believe me on this one, man. You gotta believe me. I have a business. I own a small business. But you know what I've been doing? I've been investing in another one. You know why? Because a fucking door opened. All right? A fucking door opened. And I'm walking through that shit. Because I know this shit ain't gonna last forever, man. I'm not gonna let this fucking opportunity pass by me. Absolutely not. And I don't want y'all to either, man. But I'm gonna shut up and let the other brothers talk.
I got you. I got you. So let me I put it on a share screen, and
all right, I got you.
We sometimes you gotta show them, and so that way they can't say that they ain't never seen it. So here you go. I just went right here. Straight. This is Berkeley County. This is the county that I'm in. All right. What you men can do. If y'all say there ain't no jobs out there. Now, right now, I'm gonna click on the careers. In the careers, this is the county government jobs portal. Once you're in, you're in. You understand? That's what X is trying to tell y'all. Right now, things are down,
But guess what? They are calling and bleeding out. Now, literally, this thing has to stay updated. Guys like Black have to keep these things protected and updated. Why? Because false information cannot afford to come out.
That's right.
These are the people that we need. Like, there's no question. When they show their badge, they keep on going. 911 telecommunicator trainee. They got them. Commercial appraisal supervisor, custodian. X just said that. They need cleanup guys. In all these offices, they're going to need them. Deputies. Y'all, listen. Somebody got to go find Pookie. Somebody got to go find him. They know he's out there. Detention officer. Somebody got to make sure Pookie eats his food and taking medication. Economic development director. Engineer technician. Grounds technician.
Yeah. Now you're in my field.
But see, the thing about it is these things, and these are not things that I'm acting for. This is what the county and state are. So there's a need for them. They will train you. You can apply online by clicking on the job title, and you are interested in clicking to apply. You can apply as much as you want. You can call them. All this stuff we need. Engineering, ground technician. Literally, you got they got more ground. God damn, they need a lot of these guys. And this is in 3 different areas. So you know you're gonna be busy. X, you just now said that. So don't think that that's that one guy just, well, you're only gonna be able, no, you're gonna be moving. After you finish your work in one area, guess where you're going? To the next area. So you're gonna have plenty of time to make your hours. Heavy equipment operator, maintenance mechanic, paramedic, road technician, seasonal spray truck. Somebody got to spray to the pesticides. Somebody got to keep the mosquitoes down. Somebody's affected with the goddamn COVID. Guess what? They got to spray to keep the pesticides. They need somebody to keep the truck hourly maintained. That's a little side job for any of you college students. Hello.
What state is that in?
What's that in? That's in this is in South Carolina.
Oh, okay. All right.
This is in South Carolina. They need people to doggone. All you do, you want to know what you're doing for that job? All you do, back the truck up, and it's like filling up gas. All you doing is filling the truck up with pesticide.
Scroll down to that engineering job.
Which one, sir?
Oh, wait. Right there, that's senior systems. Now, in Chicago, because I'm kind of doing that and engineering. Mm-hmm. In Chicago, I can tell you right now what it says 56 to 65. In Chicago, that pays right there, that pays close to 6 figures.
Right.
The other engineer pays anywhere from 60 to 80. Mm-hmm. So if you got the certs and years of experience, dude, you can walk past somebody that's got just a degree on their resume. Walk right past them.
And like I said, this is not stuff that we acted for. Like I said, they need people, man. We've been trying to help college kids. Everybody try to get a job. Mm-hmm. We've been trying, but see, the thing about it is, listen, man, y'all too worried about Thought Tisha and doggone what's the latest buzz out on social media. These people still, y'all do y'all know literally right now, my friend, he's been so busy towing cars. That's all he's been doing is towing. He has not stopped. Water distribution technician. These jobs are very much needed. But the problem is that you, black men, have to be willing to relearn yourself. Blackness just told you that. X already got in his mind, said, yo, I better start learning a new skill. I can go right there to the pawn shop. Pawn shop is still open. You can go buy yourself a water pressure. Go buy yourself the disinfectant spray. Yep. And doggone
already started investing.
And you can,
I want to be owning 2 business by the end of this year, man. I want to be owning 2.
And here's something else that I think that especially in particular for brothers. Okay. If y'all think, especially for the ones that are laid off or they've been pretty much sent home because they're quote unquote non-essential. If you think that when this coronavirus is done, has run its course or whatever, if you think that after that you're gonna go back to your job, you got another thing coming.
You're gonna fight for that spot.
Because they're just like we telling everybody to do, take advantage of this time. Don't think for 1 minute they are not going to use this crisis to do things that they've been wanting to do. They just couldn't do it directly. They're gonna get a lot of people out of the
like furlough.
Yes.
If
They're gonna get
you
a lot
was
of
somebody lined up to be furloughed, you ain't coming back.
You may not be coming back.
Mm-hmm.
Don't assume, because it was the same thing with Katrina. A lot of the people couldn't get their land back and all that. They never did. People that was a furlough laid off, they never got their job back.
Yep.
Killed it. That's another reason why I'm banging this tree on IT, man, because unlike your degree, even the bachelor's in computer science, unlike those degrees, those certs, the CompTIA and Cisco certs, what they don't tell people is that shit is international. It is internationally accepted. No matter where in the world you go, you can get a A+ cert in Hunkyville, Kansas, and you go somewhere in Egypt, that shit applies. They'll accept it because the standards are global. The standards are global everywhere you go. Everywhere you go. It ain't like that when you get these degrees. You may get a little degree from a diploma mill. It may be accepted there locally, but you get out of that state, ain't nobody gonna accept that degree. It's the same thing with these bachelors in computer science, man. You can't take that. Don't think you're gonna be able to take it everywhere. That's another reason I'm saying, look, stack your certs, because that shit is international. Every single one has a certification number on it. They ask you for that, they ain't asking no more questions. Because they know that you've already passed the test, and those tests, it is an international standard that they go on, not local. It's an international standard. These are CompTIA and Cisco are international bodies, and they give these things. And Microsoft is trying to get in it. They got some certs, but a couple of them that I have, they can ready to discontinue. They not like Cisco and CompTIA. You get some certs on Cisco certs. Cisco certs are higher, a bit more expensive. But even the CompTIA, you get that on your resume, man. That shit is international, man. And you get some bona fide years of experience behind it. I got 10+ years in this field with a gang of certs. I can go anywhere, man, get a job in any recession. I'm telling you, trust me, man. Trust me. Don't let people fool you. In times like this, believe me, these IT jobs, they are not as automated as people. Most of these jobs, they can't be automated. They need people to configure. They need people to engineer. They need people to watch them. And they need people to train.
Yep.
I'm
telling you, man.
And I just want to reiterate, man. I mean, brothers, please, don't sit around waiting for your job to call you back. I mean, don't do it. Because like Brother Perfect Blackness just said, they're probably going to do some shit to you. They're going to use this COVID as a reason to do some shit to you that they probably wanted to do to you before they sent you home. They're just going to use this shit as an excuse to do it now. They're going to use this as an excuse to quote unquote downsize, to quote unquote rearrange, rebuild, reconfigure, reassess. I mean, they're going to use it, man. I'm telling you, they're going to use it. Okay. So if you sit around and you wait for these folks to call your ass back, you'll probably be waiting for a long damn time. So if you do plan on waiting, you might as well spend that time that you're waiting, learning something, learning a skill, learning some type of IT, getting yourself ready to get back out in the workforce, getting yourself ready to build your own business, getting yourself ready to learn a business that you want to build. Take this time to do that. If you're going to sit around and wait for these folks to call you back, you need to be doing something while you're waiting. That's all I'm saying. I mean, if you're going to just sit and wait, fine. Sit and wait and make sure your ass taking an online course. Make sure your ass taking a course somewhere. Make sure you learning a new skill, learning yourself, learning your potential while you're sitting around waiting for these folks to call you back. Because like we just said, that may or may not happen, brothers. I mean,
it's likely not to happen. So you need to assume that it's not. Okay, and trust, a lot of these office jobs that our black women been beating us upside the head with and bragging about. Oh, them jobs are ready to go away. They getting ready to go away. So, brothers, this is the best time for you to get off your ass, because if you've been chilling with your girl with that fake ass security job that she been having, and they furloughed her ass because they closed the office, just like at the office that I worked at. Oh, they closed that goddamn office. What do you think they did with all those black ass security security guards that are black women? They had sitting at home because the damn office is locked. While I'm here at home working, getting paid.
So we're gonna go into the next thing and run it through. And I know a lot of people waited for this. How do you get your check? I think that's a good question that a lot of people want to ask and want to know about. How do you get your check? What are the rules? What are the stipulations? What are the things I need to know? And so we will go ahead and do that. I feel like this is teaching time. So what payments from the Corona stimulus package expected to reach Americans, individuals, and families as soon as this week? Here is the breakdown. And yes, the checks have already begun to come out. People have already begun to receive their checks. So how do I get my money? Do I need to apply to receive my payment? So the stimulus checks, much like tax refund, will be handled by the Internal Revenue Service. If you have filed your taxes electronically, the money can be transferred to your bank account via direct deposit. This is when it comes to responsibility. This is when it comes to responsibility of getting yourself a bank account. I'm telling you right now, you can get that. Now, it's okay. If you don't have one, it's all right. We want to still go over that. If you have filed a paper copy of your taxes or have closed the bank account used to receive previous tax refunds, the government will send a check in the mail if you have moved since you last filed your taxes. Remember to submit a change of address form, which normally takes 4 to 6 weeks to process in order to have the check sent to the correct residence. So let's break that down real quick. You guys who have been not filing your taxes, letting your girl file for you, it's going to be pretty hard for you. But guess what? Guess who's going to touch that? Look, see that check first before you. She's going to. This is why I tell y'all, men, some of y'all need to grow up, start filing your own goddamn taxes. Find somebody who can do taxes and say, hey, I'm going to break you off $200. Could you file my taxes? No problem. I'll file them for you. Have them sent to this bank account. We got to start thinking differently, men. Stop having mama file your taxes. Stop letting mama claim your damn kids. Y'all going to have to start thinking differently, man. These things are coming down the pipe. We're going to find out who's the needed and not needed. The next thing also when it comes to the residency, get on that site right now, the IRS.com. If you have to, contact Perfect Blackness. Go on, call him. Contact somebody. Don't call me. I got enough people already in my goddamn emails already. I'm already full. But literally, you need to go get a change of address. It's going to take 4 to 6 weeks. They're pretty backed up right now. But you need to get your ass in there. Same thing for unemployment. Y'all need to get your asses and go get that taken care of right now. You can file for unemployment and still be looking for a job. Did you know that? Yes, you can. Alternatively, the House Ways and Means Committee said that the Treasury Department plans to be setting up online portals where people can submit their bank information to set up direct deposit instead of getting checks in the mail. But we know motherfuckers like to steal checks and try to cash them. Some of y'all too stupid to give your woman all your goddamn bank account information. You might want to change that shit. The best way to make sure your money arrives soon is to file your 2019 tax return as quickly as possible. This is especially true for people who lost a job last year. If you lost a job last year, you're still eligible to get the check. You're welcome. Lost your job last year, you can still get the check. Okay? The white man was nice to y'all niggas. He allowing y'all to still get a check. Now, as this could put you in a position to qualify to receive more money. How will I know when I receive the stimulus money? According to the text of the bill, Americans will receive a note in the mail. Another reason to update your address information, informing them of where the payment ended up and in what form it was made. The paper notice should arrive no more than a few weeks after the money was distributed. Now, this right here, this article that I'm reading right here to y'all that I already went over, is going to be 2 days old. People have already started receiving checks as of today. So they're moving right now. So now would be about the time after the show, get your ass and start getting on that computer. Don't jump to the next chat. Don't jump to the doggone Facebook or Instagram. Start texting them hoes. Get your ass and start getting your stuff situated. So that way, when you can get that shit, you can put it, tuck it away. If you are having trouble locating your money, either in your bank account or via a check in the mail, there will be information regarding how to contact the IRS in the note mailed to you. What if I don't have income or haven't filed a tax return? Okay. While most Americans are required to file a tax return, certain low-wage workers and people who with no income will need to fill out a 1040EZ. Okay, a 1040EZ. So let's say you don't work, which we know that's a good bit of some people. Don't work. It's okay. They still are nice enough to fill out a 1040EZ. They'll still try to send you something. So even the goddamn broke Negro, you can still get something. Something.
Brother B.M.T, hold on a second. Brother B.M.T. I got to step away for about 5-10 minutes, man. Can y'all go ahead and hold court? I'll be right back.
Okay, I'll stop for this until you come back. Go ahead. Perfect. We want to go. We want to talk about any of the stuff that we just went over so far. But so far, go ahead, fam.
Yeah, I actually kind of went over this. Over this is related to this because the stimulus package. I was going to post it in the chat. Post a link in the chat that if you owe on your child support, you will not get no stimulus, or at the very least, they're going to garnish what you owe. So if you owe more than what is that, $1,200? If you owe more than that, you can forget about it. You can forget about it.
Yep, I agree.
I'm gonna post that link. When you scroll down, you'll see that that if you owe back child support, that's a done deal. You can forget about your you forget about it.
And they specifically.
Now, who do you think that's gonna hurt most?
That's gonna hurt a lot of men. A lot of men.
That's gonna hurt black men.
Yes.
That's gonna hurt black men. Even the black men who had jobs and were paying, but they in arrears. If you're in arrears, you better hope that you're not $1,200 more than $1,200 in arrears. Because if you are, you're not seeing no check. You can forget it. So even guys that were working and now they got furloughed or laid off or whatnot, now they going further in the rear. And here's another thing. If you were just on the cusp of, you paying your child support, you barely keeping up with it, but you're not in the rears, that means that if you haven't been getting paid no money the last month or so, they're going to take out on that.
Yeah, they're going to take that out of the stimulus. They're going to pull that from your stimulus. You got to understand that, and that's exactly. That's why we're bringing this up to you guys to get ahead. We're trying to tell you how to get ahead. To say, hey, slow down that payment. Take what you got to take out to get to my child, so that way I don't have to. Well, perfect. But what he's telling y'all, because for a lot of these job securities, they're going to look into this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to understand this. For some of the stuff I used to do for the government, they look at, do you owe child support?
Yes, they do. That's why.
Are you behind on anything? Certain security clearances, they need to know who they're dealing with.
They want to know if you in debt.
If you in debt these days, they will not touch you.
Nope.
So this is why we're saying, you need to clean yourself up. This is why we keep bringing up discipline, financial discipline. I usually tell my guys, guess what? You owe child support? Yeah, I gotta, I gotta pay child support, something when I get my money. I said, no, we're gonna do something better than that. We're gonna put you on auto pay. In other words, you might as well already cut that out of your check. Damn, you gonna just take out $100? Oh, listen, I'm doing you a favor. You can't miss what ain't yours. So that way they can't ever say you didn't pay, because guess what? It automatically comes out. But some of y'all just say, well, maybe if I don't pay it this time. Maybe if I don't, you think the state forgets? You think the government forget? They don't ever forget. Y'all hoping that goddamn computer goes down. That's why they got a goddamn cloud to remember your black ass. Y'all thinking that, oh wait, I'm not gonna go to jail for child support. Guess what? You know what they do? That the payment just stacks up. I know some of y'all think that, well, they can't put me in jail for child support now. Okay, that shit don't mean that the damn meter ain't stacking. So, but some of y'all need to get y'all black asses to work.
Oh yeah, and you know what? I just thought about this too. I had an issue like, not me. It was a friend of mine that had an issue like this. The more you had, and they actually look at this stuff, and I didn't know this until somebody who worked for the state showed me. People who owe child support, it's really not an equal thing. A person may owe, say, $10,000 on child support, but you wonder why they haven't went to jail. You know why? If they owe $10,000 on child support, but they ain't in jail, you know what they looking at? They looking at his work history, and they looking at what type of work he does. Because if he has any type of career to where he gets a consistent and steady check, they're gonna have leniency. But if you're a guy who fucking around with these little jobs and selling loose squares on the street and all that shit, they're gonna fuck you over.
I don't give a shit.
So it behooves you to get in some career. Because I'm telling you right now, man, I got a feeling that after this coronavirus shit, there's gonna be a lot of Negroes in jail, man. Not just behind child support, it's gonna be behind a lot of shit. They can ready to. I'm telling you, all these so-called secure jobs, and now they're furloughed at home. Them jobs gonna be gone, man. They're gonna be gone.
Don't get too comfortable. Y'all hear me? That's why.
That's the comfort, and if you want a career, especially in IT, the one sin that you can do is get comfortable. Because when you start getting the upper certs, the certs that if you just have that on your resume, you could demand at least $70,000 a year just on that one alone. Those right there, they have to be maintained. Every few years, you have to re-up that thing. Complacency is a sin. Don't think you're gonna get in these jobs and everything is gonna be good. No. Just look at it like this. If you are furloughed, if they told you to go home without pay, you are in danger. That's a sign to you that you can be gone. That your job is not going to be there when it comes back. Because I'm telling you, they're going to take advantage of it. And if you don't have any other skill that where you can walk outside your door and get you some legal paper, you in trouble.
I want to tell you, brothers, like I said, listen, man. I know a lot of people try to figure out what the fuck does B.M.T do. I do contract, I do vehicle transportation, and I work with the VA. I do 3 goddamn things. Goddamn it. Y'all only see a fraction of me on YouTube. That's why I don't take this shit serious, man. Most men, we're so busy working from home or doing other shit, there is no time to slow down. That's when y'all say, when I made it, I'm making money. No, you didn't make it. You just got in the door. The brother on here said he been doing it for 10 years and he still has to keep on re-upping.
Gotta hustle, man. Yeah. Gotta keep that shit up.
You can never drop your, see, you understand. But they will look for any reason to find somebody cheaper and less goddamn what you want. But when you know what you're worth, they can't talk you down. Only thing they can say, no, I'm not taking that shit. And you know what I'm capable of. You know what I can do.
Oh yeah, I'm in a position. I tell them right off the rip, this is what I want right here, and don't even come to me with anything. I tell recruiters every day I'm being recruited. Right now, I can show you 20 emails just from today from recruiters, and I tell them, no, man, I don't work for less than this. I don't work for less than this, and I only work these days. Period.
And he's not wrong for saying that. See, this is the thing about this is when you know you in your field. This is why I be trying to tell y'all. Some of y'all, this is why when I say these kind of talks like this, Black don't get the best views. You know why? Because it means you'll know who wants to work and who wants to still play. And y'all worried about that goddamn woman. That woman on right now got an IG or OnlyFans and shit, shaking her ass, trying to get her next dollar. You don't have that leniency, Black man. You don't. You think that Puerto Rican man gonna feel bad for you? You think that white man gonna feel bad for you? Right now, they're trying to figure out. They waiting like the gold rush. They are waiting. They're trying to reinvent themselves. They're trying to figure. Guess what they're trying to figure out? How do we get the big pharmaceutical companies over here? You know what that means? Jobs. Somebody got to doggone handle the billing, the coding, the security clearances, and everything.
And somebody got to go.
So somebody got to go. And best believe, don't say that. Hey, all I do is just this. You better be able to say, I do this. God damn, you do 5 jobs in the company? Yep. So
how
really,
valuable are you to that company? When they close the office at my job, when they said, look, ain't nobody's coming to, we're closing the office. I'm on my way home. They told me, they said, look, we need you to go back to the office and we need you to get A, B, C, D. I was like, well, I really don't be working from home like that. Well, we need you to work from home. All right. They made me turn around. They had the security officer go back and open up the office for me.
Okay. So
I can get it.
Hang on. So Deborah, okay, so one person asked all businesses, okay, what jobs are going to be gone? Be specific. Okay. Be specific. All businesses that close due to this virus cannot get money from the government if they don't hire back their employees. I'm glad you brought that up. Okay. I live in a state, right? They don't need a reason to fire you. Let me say that again. In the state of South Carolina, they don't need a reason to fire you. If the job said, right, if the job says, I want to let you go, after everything we just been through, they can say, let's pull up your work history. Mr. Black, you've been working as a cashier for goddamn 8 years. Well, I'm a good cashier. I'm always on time. Yes. But we found somebody else. We actually found somebody younger. You know why? Because all you do is that cashier job. I'm gonna find somebody. But if you are that person that can work the cashier, You also the stalker. You also the person that does the goddamn pay fund, the paid. You know, when people come there to the grocery store to cash their checks and shit. When you doing 4 to goddamn 5 jobs, shout out to the girl who came there and she literally I thought she was just gonna be the goddamn cashier. That girl literally does the lotto tickets, tobacco, stock shelves. Hell, she went from goddamn cashier to goddamn shift manager. The brother who's been there, he's now working in the back as a cook. And if he ain't doing hot foods in the morning, guess what he's doing? He's doggone loading the truck. So he went from making $7, now he's making $15 an hour. Because now he has another skill set. And now he also keeps the temperatures of all the machines to make sure that they're cool. But somebody got to keep running those damn machines. So you have to learn how to make yourself said essential. Like I said, when we were going over it, I got to make sure I pulled up that damn thing. You know what I'm saying? Let's pull up that thing again. Perfect. Where's it at? Right here. The jobs. 911 telecommunicator trainee. You know we need some people for 911. We also need a commercial appraisal supervisor. This position will be assist in day-to-day as well as long-range department operations, including direct staff supervision, budget preparation, employee reviews, project development, and reassessment as governed by South Carolina state laws and regulations, essential jobs. In other words, this is the guy that goes to the store and says your store is essential or not. Can you believe that? They're literally looking for people to go around and do that job perfect. They're literally looking for people just to do that, to say your job ain't good enough to stay open, close that motherfucker. That literally is what that guy does. That's literally all he does, or she. Custodians. X just told you he's going to be looking into the cleaning business. Why? Because that's going to be a booming business. Law firms need to be cleaned. Courthouses need to be cleaned. Offices need to be cleaned. Stores need to be cleaned. Car dealerships need to be cleaned. They all don't pay the same. One might pay you $400 for that week. Another one might pay you I'll pay you $600. Right there, that's $1,000. You get paid weekly. And if you get a big enough team, guess what? You can hire more people. You can cover more stores. I'm just trying to tell y'all the game, baby. Perfect, just trying to tell y'all what y'all got to do. Deputies, need deputies. Detention, economic development, engineering technician, all these things right here. You're going to need, salary depends on qualifications.
Qualifications, years of experience. You know, I want to answer Deborah's question because she said,
Go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
She said, what jobs are going to be specific?
Yes, sir.
To answer that question, Deborah, you can answer that yourself. Go to any job board where you live, in the state where you live or the city where you live. Look at the jobs that are being advertised as in need. Measure it up against the job. I don't know if you were furloughed or sent home or whatnot, but measure it up against the jobs that you know of people who have been sent home, and that'll give you a real good idea what jobs are going to be in danger of getting cut, and what jobs are still going to be in need. That is as specific as you can get.
Right.
Because some fields, we can name some fields. Like I said, my field, IT, I'm still working 40 hours, sweetie. I'm working 40 hours at home right now. Because what I do in the IT field, believe me when I tell you, companies pay some good money for. I will laugh them out. I will laugh a recruiter, and I continue to do. I laugh recruiters out the door when they say, hey, you know, would you do this for $25, $30 an hour? I laugh them out the door. Don't even pay attention to them. But you got other jobs too that are still out there. A lot of the blue collar jobs, infrastructure, physical manual labor infrastructure, IT infrastructure, and manual labor infrastructure are jobs that are vital, that are essential.
Yes, sir.
So if you were, like I said, if you worked at a corporate office and say you were a security officer, yeah, not that. If you weren't wearing a gun, yeah, you weren't that essential. If you were a woman who was I don't know, you got yourself a bachelor's degree, you love beating it upside your man's head. Well, I got my bachelor's degree and I'm an office manager, and you sitting at home right now, that's a clue. That's a clue. So that's about as specific as I can get. If you are sitting at home, that's your first clue. If you go to the job boards and you don't see your field or your specific job, that's another clue.
Like I said, they have it right here. Notice they'll say essential job functions. They'll tell you essential job functions. And like I said, this is county government job portals.
That's just the county. Look for the private ones.
And see the thing,
Go to and see what they advertise.
you know, and the thing, and the thing about it. Let me get over to LinkedIn. And the thing about it is, y'all gotta understand, man. We telling y'all these things because I'm watching the turning of the tide. I'm watching, and one thing I can say, one thing I can probably say right now is that a lot of black men that I have been seeing coming to me or coming past me, it staggeringly shows the gap of education. You hear me? You hear me, Black?
Yeah.
I can see it. I'm like, son, what? Not just son, but grown men. I'm like, what happened? Why don't you know this? Well, I've always done this. Well, why don't you know how to do this? And you see, we're in an age, ain't nobody got no goddamn time to hold your fucking hand. It's either you got it or you don't got it. And see, a lot of people, you don't want to hear, I don't really need you. That's the last thing you want to hear. But what we're trying to say is, while you're home right now,
you may have to sign in.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to sign in to make. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna have to do that when the Prophet get back. I'm gonna make an account. But I'm probably going to have to cover this. I might hook up with you. We're gonna make an account to show these people. So I'm gonna go back here for real quick. Like I said.
Hold on, I think because I may share my screen because I can actually.
Okay.
I can actually. I got a link in.
Yeah, we waiting for X to come on back, and but like I said, when he get back, we're gonna push it over to you. Again, a lot of this stuff, the check started to come out. They're already coming out.
Yeah, I got a screen because it's something I want to go into.
Yes, sir.
When you start looking at now, most everything that come up on mine are all in the tech field. So
that's all good. It's all good.
When you see what they're wanting in job qualifications and that type of stuff, look, look here, man. Look, you got to already have a career, but you got to start your career somewhere, and that means you got to start getting your certification game up. The certification game. This is a secret. It's kind of an open secret in a lot of these career fields, especially in the IT field. In particular, in the IT field, certifications are more important than degrees. They use degrees to as more to X out undesirables. I know because I see it all the time because I'm on the hiring end of it. I can't tell you how many times a black guy who has come in, who's got loads of certs, more years of degrees, but the upper management, they chose a whiteboard because he got a bachelor's in computer science and then tried to task me to train him. And what do you think I tell him?
What do you tell him?
I tell them no. And then they'll put them in some other department, and eventually they'll wind up having to remove them. So yeah, you got to go through that much. You got to ferret your way through that. That's to be expected. To be a black male in the IT, that's to be expected. But bro, I'm telling you right now, you start getting them searched, they're gonna start coming after you. Recruiters will start coming after you. It's a better game to have recruiters to come after you than for you to be applying for a whole bunch of jobs and ain't nobody calling you back.
I mean,
I'm back. I'm
okay.
back, brothers. My bad.
No, you're all good.
I had to step out for a second. I'm back.
Like
My
I said,
I was listening though. I had my
it.
Bluetooth earphones. I was listening.
Okay, we had it where but I know he's going to be pulling up his LinkedIn also. I can tell you right now, man. We had a few people in our town that said need some jobs. If I didn't mind sending damn 2 women to say, listen, if you want to work bad enough, I got a brother right here. He digs ditches. Your ass gonna be right in there in that damn ditch. But they're gonna pay you $15 an hour. Them damn girls showed up, hopped their ass right in that damn ditch. And I told him, I said, if they smart back with you, fire their ass and hire somebody else. I want you to understand, any and everybody, if you don't do it, somebody else is going to do it. It's going to be just like X was telling you. It's going to be like the great gold rush, but it's going to be the job rush. And black men, you are already behind the curve. People already sideline you because, one, they don't think you're responsible. They don't think you're competent. They don't know if some of y'all motherfuckers can read. God damn it. I've done seen some of y'all damn names. So it's already hard enough. We got to put them on the fucking name tag and shit. So we got to understand. And this and like Perfect was just saying, a lot of these companies, they're going to make you fight your ass uphill. X will tell you. I definitely listen, bro. I be trying to go stick a limb, but see, y'all gotta understand. Y'all think somebody owed you some reparation of a motherfucking job. But see, right now, Rona says differently. Nigga, either you got something worth us fucking with you, or you can just sit your ass down and collect that check and stay with mama. But mama's right now on goddamn IG twerking her ass off, trying to goddamn make sure y'all lights stay on while you playing Xbox. We know it's true, goddamn it, X. So we already know.
Well, I just want to chime in on what y'all was talking about earlier, where you know, other people have the power to literally come in and say, look, your business is not essential. Your job is not essential. Nothing can make you feel more powerless than that. To have authorities, like I saw the brother, they shut down his smoke shop the other day. And I was right there to see it. I mean, I was standing right there when they did it. And I mean, the look he had on his face was like, because I know this brother, he's built this business over the course of many, many years. And, it's a successful smoke shop. Every fucking body goes there. And, he had set it up so that, he had the guard thing on, so you can't touch him. You got to put your hand through the thing and all that kind of shit. He had all that. He did all that, set all that shit up just for them to come in there and tell him that his business is not essential and he must close down. And the look on his face, man, was like, damn, I mean, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? So you literally have someone who has built a business, but he's powerless to keep it open because the state says you must close it. Now, it brings me back to when you hear people say, the white man has the power to close your shit down whenever they want. And I thought about that as I watched, them come in there and close this brother's business down. And I said, damn, there is some truth to that, for the simple fact that these people have deemed his business unessential. It's not essential because they say so. They say it's not essential, therefore they can order you to close it. Now, it makes me think about myself, because everybody knows, I have a power mechanic shop. I'm a mechanical engineer, and I mean, every day I wake up, I know I can have that notice on my fucking door too. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers can walk in and be like, "Hey, look, you got to shut your shit." Now, like I said, it hasn't happened thus far, but there's nothing that could stop it from happening except them deeming that what I do is essential. Now, I'm hopeful because, other guys like myself and other blue collar guys, we're all still working. I mean, like I said before, we're still working. But the fact that someone could literally walk into your business, man, with a goddamn order from the governor and say, shut your doors, man, is it's sobering. It's very sobering. And I get it, the sickness is going around, it's a pandemic and all that kind of stuff, and they're doing it in the name of keeping folks safe. I get it. But it's the principle, the fact that somebody can literally come in and make you shut your shit and tell you it's closed until they say you can open back up again. It got to remain closed. Now, mind you, you got that business, you still got to pay the lights for that business, the water, your goddamn lease. If you don't own the building, you still have to pay that shit. Now, how do you do all of that when these motherfuckers done made you shut your doors? Unless you got some other shit, or, you got a big old nest egg somewhere that you can just pull all these expenses out of, So once again, man, I feel for the brothers, man, who, their shit is jammed up, especially the business owners, man, because see, a lot of the business owners, they're not going to get, a stimulus check, or a lot of them are not going to get it, especially not in this goddamn city, because the damn mayor is acting like they don't want to support the business owners. That's how the mayor's acting right now. And, they're only giving it to business owners, man, if they meet a certain criteria. It's not given to everybody. It's only business owners that, meet a certain criteria that are going to get, some type of help, man. And it's fucked up. It's really fucked up, man. It is. But go ahead.
But I want to say this, and I get what you're saying, X. I do. But this is why, since you met me and I've shown you my work. I've shown y'all time and time the things that I do. And I said, brothers, you have to make yourself a necessity. Black men at one time, this country knew if you want it done right, get yourself a black man. You want that damn wall built fast and quick and right? Get yourself a Negro. They made goddamn songs, but they knew one thing. You get yourself a good Negro, he can goddamn build you that wall. He can goddamn iron that, do that ironing. He can do all that damn shit. But the thing about it is, a lot of these motherfuckers started getting these knick-knack, paddywhack, goddamn nobody give a shit a bone jobs. And I'm not trying to shit on y'all, but y'all knew this damn shit was coming down the pipe. Y'all was talking all kind of shit about the Latin boy. Look at him. Paco out there cutting grass. Paco out there going up and down that damn ladder, damn chain of towel. Paco was securing the bag, and now his neighborhood is ahead of your shit now. Because one thing, they say, well, damn, if that damn Negro won't go out there and do it no more, shit, then we might need to go ahead and get Paco. Because now Paco is the necessity. They just see you good for entertainment. Dance, monkey, dance. Ooh-ah! So that's what they see y'all doing. I be trying to tell you, listen, man, when I do this stuff, I'm not here to be no fucking joke. I'm here to make money. When I walk inside any of these stores, they know, listen, either you want my fucking money or not. This is the problem, man. Y'all don't let these people fool y'all head up to go make mixtape CDs and shit, doggone stuff like that. Listen, man, we need to doggone make tangibles. They won't touch you because you are a mechanic. Somebody has to keep the maintenance of said vehicle. I just showed you on the government site. They're not touching you, brother, because they need somebody to say, hey, that man, his work is good. He works on the buses. He works on the heavy equipment. Guess what? Heavy equipment is still going. Because so long as they're still building, they need a brother like X. They need mental health. Information man is going to still keep on going. Because guess what? Somebody has to check up on the psychology of a lot of y'all crazy fucks. Perfect. They ain't gonna never give it a perfect. And I wish they would hurry up and fire my black ass, but they can't fire me. Why? Somebody needs somebody to stay. Y'all gotta understand, man. Said job, and see, this is the problem. You can't save everybody. That's why these talks right here are not doggone the most popular talks. Why? Because that means you have to reapply yourself. That doggone derelict of thinking of just getting by ain't gonna be enough in this society anymore. It's either you got it or you don't. Lay on your back with that goddamn woman and go ahead and find yourself a sugar mama or goddamn woman to take care of you. But I ain't looking for that shit. I want the gold, damn it. I pass the goddamn mic.
Well, we've been joined by the infamous Info Man, my brother. What's good, brother Info?
Well, brother, first of all, thank you for inviting me, brother X. And I see you got my man B.M.T on there. Peace to you.
What's going on?
Peace to Perfect Blackness.
What's going on with you, man?
All right, brother. Let me tell you something, brother, Prophet of Thought and everybody. Look, man, I'm out here trying to protect myself, wearing the proper equipment, as best I can. I know people think that it's overkill, but I got to do everything I can within my power to keep myself healthy because I have responsibilities. I have a child. I have family. So, like all of you all, I'm doing the best I can. If it means that I've got to look like Darth Vader, I do have a Darth Vader mask, as you can see on their screen. I'm going to look like motherfucking Darth Vader. I like it. Damn.
I wish
y'all
I
can
had
laugh.
one of them motherfuckers.
Y'all can laugh at me. Y'all can motherfuckers laughing at me in the streets, and I'm like, okay, motherfucking laugh on, because that damn coronavirus ain't no goddamn joke. And BMT, you're right, brother. I think that black people, this also should teach us that we do have to get our shit in order, our priorities in order. We have to start looking into going into fields that are very relevant. With brother X, you being a mechanical engineer, brother, you're completely relevant. Okay. I'm blessed that I'm able to still get up, make money, and I don't have those concerns as a lot of people who do have those concerns. But what really disturbs me is that right now you have black people who are, according to what they're saying, you've got 70% in Chicago. They're talking about 62% of the cases in New York are black people as well, Latinos, what have you. Governor Newsom in California, where I live, is talking about giving some of the illegal immigrants here some of the butter biscuits. And I personally have a problem with that.
So do I.
When you got black folks catching hell in this country, in hell with this coronavirus, and now you're talking about trying to take care. No, Mexico needs to take care of those people. And then maybe I sound cruel, but I just feel like, citizens of this country should be taken care of. I think something is going on because black people have been talking about how there's health disparities with us when it comes to access to proper health and diet and what have you. So I don't know why anybody would be surprised that the coronavirus would be hitting us hard when we struggle in those areas of diabetes, hypertension, because all the bullshit we have to deal with, and cardiovascular issues and obesity and all these other issues that are impacting us. So no one should be surprised by that. But brothers, I have no time for fun and games. I have no time for the fun and games. We got black folks running around here grinning and skinning where I'm at. And I'm like, what the hell are you? You know, you're looking at me laughing. Dude, you're not even prepared. And my question tonight for all of y'all, what is wrong with us? I mean, Katrina should have woke us up. You saw how we were, what happened to us with the Katrina incident. What is wrong with us?
And this is going to be a repeat. This is going to be a repeat.
Be right there to make money off all this shit.
I think this is what I think. I think that many of us, not all of us, I mean, many of us are unprepared for when these things happen. I mean, I know when this shit first hit, I already had a fucking stockpile of N95 masks already. Those were just at my house. Right. So, I mean, I didn't even have to like get any or order it because I already had a shit ton of them already, you know, right. So my wife can wear them and my daughter and, you know, all that kind of stuff. I mean, I already had that shit. So, right. I mean, a lot of times we're just unprepared when these things hit us. We're so unprepared because, see, we weren't thinking about a rainy day. I know my old man always told me, he said, look, son, he said, always save something for a rainy day. He said, even if you live in a place that it don't rain that often, he said, if you're not going to save anything, at least save enough for a goddamn umbrella. So right. You'll at least have that when it fucking rains.
Brother X, let me ask you this then. When we talk about the baby mama situation, where you have women raising young boys to be effeminate, some of them are coming out effeminate, some of them don't know how to do what we would call classic things that fathers would teach their sons. To me personally, what we're seeing a little bit is the breakdown in the structure of males that are able to do the basic things to protect their families and be survival. Basic things like prepare for disaster. Talk about, I think Screen Learning came on B.M.T's channel one night saying that people should be talking with their families about teaching their families how to do CPR, teaching their families about where do we meet if there's an emergency. We should be practicing these things, having drills. I do this sort of stuff because of the kind of work that I do where, like you, brother, I have had access to emergency gear. So, and I go through training at my employment all the time. So I'm in that mindset. But how many black men or young men out here who have children are equipped with that ability to say, let me prepare my family? If you are raised primarily by women without the male energy there to teach you those things, and you got Negroes in the community who don't have any ability of survival skills, but they can pick up a gun or, you know, do all this other bullshit. What is the state of the black community when you have black men who can't do the basic shit?
Yeah. 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 I mean, you got, because I know here, you know, when this shit first hit and, you know, everybody was running, they buying up all the toilet paper and buying up all the water and all this kind of nonsense, but nobody's buying vitamin C, nobody's buying potassium, nobody has a fucking generator at their house, you know.
But they got potato chips,
gas. Yeah, but they got Doritos and they got motherfucking, you know, they got Doritos and Slim Jims and shit like that, you know. And I mean, you know, I don't know why. I don't know why many of us are so unprepared. Like you said, you know, when you have a lot of male influence, you have a tendency to be more prepared. I mean, I keep a generator. I mean, I'm a mechanical engineer. I work on generators and I have generators anyway, but I got a generator at my house right now. That motherfucker will run 2 houses. It'll run 2 houses.
But see, if you're raising a family, Brother X, and you have a son and they see what you're doing and you translate that energy to them in terms of, son, this is how you prepare and you do A, B, and C. That young man grows up into adulthood, has a family of his own, and now he's not running around talking about, what do I do? What do I do? Because he had a father who taught him the skill set. So now the woman that he's involved with or married, she will have confidence in a man that knows what he's doing versus a Negro who's running around saying, what do I do? What do I do? Do I Google it? Do I Google it? Do I YouTube it?
I think it comes down to thinking bigger, man. I mean, a lot of times I think a lot of us, we just think small. We think about today. We're not thinking about tomorrow, a week from now, a year from now, 5 years from now. We kind of live in the fucking moment and shit. And when something happens, it catches us totally by fucking surprise. And we have to catch up to the preparedness. Preparedness is supposed to be an action, not a reaction. And I think we have to catch up to the preparedness. While everybody else is prepared and doing the shit they're supposed to do, we learning how to cope, because see, we wasn't prepared. So now we're learning how to cope with this COVID thing, like the title of the goddamn stream. We have to learn how to cope. And a lot of us, we never get the grasp of coping, because see, we're playing it by ear for the simple fact that we weren't prepared. We think that when this shit went down, we're supposed to run out and buy 20 cases of water. I already got 20 cases of water in my house. I don't run out and buy 20 cases of fucking water. I already got that here. I mean, my first thought was, okay, this thing is going on. So, we need some antioxidants. We need some vitamin C in this motherfucker. We need, I'm thinking that kind of shit. I need to make sure my gas jugs is full. I need to make sure my generators are running, all that kind of shit. I need to make sure my guns are cleaned. I went to thinking that way. I wasn't worried about, food and shit like that. Cause, I don't just have a refrigerator. I have a deep freezer, that's full of shit that'll hold us down for at least 2 months. So, I think of things a little differently, because see, I was raised by a man, a country man. All right. I was raised by a man. So he taught me all this shit. Always be prepared, son. Always have a generator. Always make sure when this shit happen, the cars are gassed up just in case y'all got to get the fuck out of there. That kind of shit. So that's just commonplace for me. I mean, my wife and everybody, they ain't worried. Shit, they know I got this. We gonna be fine. If we gotta get the fuck out of here, guess what? We have the means and the ways to do that shit too. Yes, we do. If we have to bounce out of this motherfucker tonight, we can do it. Yeah, we can do it. If the power go out, don't worry about it. I got plenty of jugs of gas in the shed. I'll fill that generator up and we'll run this damn house until shit get right. I mean, but some people don't. I was raised by a country Geechee, okay, from Georgia. So I was taught all these things as a young child, because we had times where, we would have a big storm and the fucking power would be out, man, for like 3 and 4 days. Shit, my father had a fucking generator, man. It run the whole fucking house until they, till they get that shit back up. We still had lights and heat and all that kind of shit. Refrigerator still on, stove still working. So I came up thinking that way, to always prepare for a rainy day. And this coronavirus shit is somewhat of a rainy day for people, especially people who are not fortunate like us. I mean, everybody that's on this panel is still working. They're still getting their income. They're still able to pay their bills. They're still able to pay their, we still able to pay our mortgages, our car notes, our lights, our gas, all that shit. You got a bunch of people who have lost their job, who have lost all their income, okay? And a lot of these people didn't have money saved up. They didn't have a secret stash fund.
Right.
They didn't have any of that. So now they're kind of fucked up in the game. Okay, they're kind of messed up in the game, especially if that was their only money and they don't know when they're gonna regain it, and all they gotta rely on is whatever they're gonna give them from unemployment.
Right. As that's why I think people have to rethink. Like I'll give you another example, and I said this on B.M.T's program. you have, and this is no shade to people who are Uber drivers, but you had a lot of folks that were involved in Uber driving. A lot of our people who had this false sense that they had their own business, when in fact you are a contract worker for Uber. You're a contract worker. You're using your own goddamn car, wear and tear on your own car, which makes no sense to me, but that's just me. And on top of that, now they're out of work as well because Uber has shut down as well. Nobody wants to get in an Uber. So you're finding out that you're not as independent in that business as you think you are. And I think our people, if we come out of this, we need to use this situation as an example of maybe we need to level our game up a little bit as a people when it comes to the things that we prepare ourselves for, whether being an entrepreneur, but preparing ourselves for jobs that are essential to the society as much as possible.
Absolutely. We were talking about that earlier. Mm-hmm. You know, I mean, if you take this time now, because this is going to be a wake-up call, you know, at least it should be for us right now, because we can see, okay, we can see how it would look when something bad comes down the pipe. All right. We're getting to see what it looks like right now. All right. So now's the time to reevaluate and reassess and say, hey, look, maybe it is time for me to make a career change. Maybe it is time for me to start my own business. Maybe it is time for me to take some courses or get some certifications, you know. So some people need to really reevaluate how they're going to operate, man, because you're looking at a snapshot now of what the hell it's going to look like. Because guess what? What if something worse than this comes down the pipe? Because this isn't as bad as it can get. It can get a lot worse than this. All right. It can get a lot worse than this right here. So this is just a snapshot, man, of how it could potentially look for you.
Right.
If you ain't prepared.
Keep this in mind. I mean, you brothers know this as well as I do. If or when we come out of this situation, because that's an if, in my opinion, anyway, we are never going back to what we thought was normal. Do you hear what I'm saying? We are never going back to what we thought was normal. Never.
Yeah. Nope.
I was making that point earlier, man. I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna jump off because I got some other work to do that I kind of paused for this.
Oh, okay, brother.
Yeah, I was making that point earlier that just like in Katrina was a glimpse into this situation because everybody that's sitting at home without getting paid. Okay, all you women with these bachelor's degrees working in an office and all that, it ain't gonna be the same. If you are sitting at home, you can consider yourself non-essential and do not expect your job back. I don't care how long you worked on that job. Do not expect to have your job back. This is the time to start to retool yourself. If you are not retooling yourself, if you just sitting back on your ass, drinking your beer, waiting on your unemployment check to come and waiting on everything to loosen back up and think you're gonna get you are doing the wrong goddamn thing. If women, you are just sitting at home waiting on your stimulus check, and as the general would say, be patting your goddamn weave, you ain't doing what you need to be doing. And you got some real hard days ahead. You got to use this time to retool yourself so when this thing is over or before this thing is over, you can get into something, man, that's different and that's something that is recession proof and is it inoculates yourself against times like this.
Right.
Then you can be at a time like this when everybody is told to stay home, when all the stores are being closed, you still can get paid your money.
But you know, I had said this on B.M.T's program just not too long, just last weekend. This is another thing that's a trip about this. We get to find out how much when we say that black people don't have money and all that, but we spend money on what we want and not what we really need. But this is a time for black people to really assess how important we are to the economy. Because right now, a lot of these Koreans and Asian folks that run these beauty supply stores, they're hurting bad.
Yeah,
They're hurting real bad.
And I ain't got no sympathy for them because I have no sympathy for them because
I don't either, brother.
They're nothing but extractions of financial extractions from our community.
Right.
So
this should be a moment for Black women and the Black community to seize back control of these industries, because we've been giving these folks all our money and they're catching, and now they're feeling the pain. Well, God damn it. Why did it have to be a pandemic for us to wake up and see that our money does matter? But we got to make it work for us and not for other people.
Shit, I think it's a good thing. I think it's a good thing that the Asians and all these other folks who have a tendency to get a very hefty piece of the black dollar, this shit is shuttered. Okay, because make no mistake, I'm like Brother Perfect Blackness. I don't have no sympathy for them or empathy for them, for that matter.
No,
and my sympathy and empathy goes out to Black people who have lost their jobs, lost their income, and can't pay their bills. So this may be a good thing, because now maybe, just maybe, some of that money can stay within Black society instead of going to everybody else's goddamn society. So I don't have no problem with it at all. I just want Black people to be able to have enough money so they can live and take care of their kids and pay their mortgage and, pay for their pay for their cars and houses and gas and lights and water and shit like that. I don't give a shit what those beauty salons and nail salons and hair shops, and I don't give a shit what happens to them, man. They get enough of our money. Maybe now some of it'll stay home. What's good with it, Super Mike?
What's up? What's going on, brothers? Y'all can hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you.
No. Y'all doing a good job. This is the perfect conversation for the times that we're in right now, because like you said, Black folks, we needed to see. This is what a lot of people have been telling us to prepare for years and decades, actually, because degree by degree, we're being made more independent, because we're going to have to depend on each other for money and for everything. We're not going to even be able to depend on jobs from other communities anymore. And, this is good for us on a certain, I'm still working, I'm an electrician, and, I have a trade, but I was taught that, and that, that's exactly, y'all having the perfect conversation. But these conversations, need to happen a lot more, less. I know we got to have to argue for some of our people and everything, and that's good. But, we need to have these kind of constructive kind of conversations, because this is going to save our lives, and build trust among us. And it'll be able to solve a lot of this stuff, Yeah, like a lot of the women, they see the value of men now, because if y'all was talking earlier about how, if you owe back child support, they're not going to give you a check, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, and you said that's going to hurt Black men, which is the intent probably, because if you notice, it's always a reason to kind of dig into the Black male. So, it's just good for us to see this so that we could be a little bit, our people could be a little bit more serious about, these type of, like you said, like B.M.T said earlier, these type of conversations don't get, as much play as it should be. But these are the type of conversations that will save lives. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
I want to.
Well, let me just say this. I think that I know, like Brother Perfect Blackness said, there's going to be some hard days ahead for some people. But see, this is the thing, though. On the other side of that, see, Black people, we kind of used to living a lifestyle of scarcity anyway. So I think that Black people will probably be able to cope with this kind of thing better than anyone else, because a lot of us, let's be clear here. Let's be honest. A lot of us live a life of scarcity anyway. So
well, that was my point, brother X, is that when we look at when they're saying that black people are dying of this at high numbers in this country, it goes back to the fact that black people, like you said, we were living in a scattered life anyway when it came to having health care, right? Having proper nutrition, all these different things that we were already being hit hard by and trying to survive through. And so we are survivors as a people. So I think that more than anybody, you're absolutely right. Black people, some of us, will be able to adapt. Those of us that think logically, and those of us who don't will may perish. I think only a small percentage of black people will learn from this situation and prepare better. And then there will be another percentage of black people who will think that it's just one big party.
Yeah. So let me and I will say this. I did a video earlier. I haven't released it yet. I haven't released it too much yet. Of me training and teaching my family how to handle AR rifles and shotguns. My woman said she was bored. So I said, all right, I got you. I'll build you a shooting range out there in the field. And I wanted to teach everyone how you should train your home. You know what I'm saying? How you should train them. And so I'm out there teaching these kids how to handle the guns. Every last one of them knows how to load one. Every last one of them knows how to shoot at least 15 feet out, even down to the baby. They're not afraid. And y'all need to understand times are changing. Black man, black woman, woman and child, they have no problem teaching their people. But we steady keep on teaching our kids and our people Xbox, Instagram, Uber Eats, all that dumb technological shit. But our people are sorely behind when it comes to education, when it comes to other stuff. I got my kids out there staying physically fit. Already right now, X, about 65% of the kids in the South have fallen behind in schoolwork. Because the parents are not teaching them and doggone tutoring them to do their goddamn schoolwork. Doggone parents are not properly training and disciplining their children. And it shows. Like I got kids that come over asking my doggone children, can they get bread for a peanut butter sandwich? And I'm like, what the hell is going on? But see, I understand we have a problem. I'm starting to understand why y'all men want to know why these goddamn women and children are running to other communities now. Because they don't have no faith that we are competent. And the brothers that are, there's very few of us. I shouldn't be having 9 women say, we want you to teach us how to handle a gun. But you got a whole nigga laying up on your goddamn couch who knows how to damn turn on Netflix and shit. But this is what we dealing with.
Yeah.
God damn it. Y'all should, if y'all can't police your own neighborhood, y'all are screwed. And Mike, me and you just talked about this shit. I'm trying to let y'all know, man, when they come cracking down with the jobs, the law enforcement, everything, they're not playing. Once they give out these checks, hey, every dog for himself. I don't want to hear shit. I done told y'all, listen, for some of y'all, if you want to follow with your job, say, listen, man, I'm gonna take some time off.
Right.
I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and start studying. You don't have to tell me what you're studying. Just go ahead. If you know you're making less than 20 hours, go ahead and file for unemployment. Go ahead and go home and start studying. Get that check and start retraining yourself. Learn how to work a goddamn pressure walker. Learn how to doggone get your C license for driving a delivery truck. Start learning how to be a CNA.
Right.
Start learning some shit Y'all, this is the problem. You know when some of y'all started getting serious? When the goddamn NBA closed down.
Now, B.M.T. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, brother.
Now remember, we had talks a while ago, actually. I don't know if you remember me saying, I said, unfortunately, we're going to have to talk the good stuff first, and nobody's going to listen. And unfortunately, it takes death. It takes death for people to listen. It takes pain. This is how it's always been, you know. And unfortunately, that's the problem. And only the leadership, you know, of the new, I guess, with the changeover when society changes, they listen beforehand because they have a mind that thinks forwardly. But for people who won't listen, it takes pain. And that's unfortunately, you know, some people will listen because of this pain, but not everybody.
But see,
then we'll have to get prepared.
But Mike,
and then be prepared for the next set.
But Mike, if they were listening, listen, man. Info has done talks.
Right.
I have done talks.
That's right.
I watch more people worry more about doxing and slandering and booty shaking pictures and shit than doggone the shit that. Listen, whenever I see chats of other racist individuals doing the shit or talk about what we talk about, they be full to the goddamn brim. Passing into certain information. The stuff talk about, you would think there'd be a whole coliseum trying to figure out how to just get to this goddamn man's job. You would think the stuff that Info talked about, and I was trying to get in touch with Info, but I'm like, yo, man, if y'all got to, I will give y'all some money. I really believe we need some mental health hotlines on goddamn YouTube for some of these motherfuckers. I really believe that, boy. Like, y'all can't tell me right now. I think we can get some of y'all some checks for mental health.
But BMT, I think Brother Mike, he hit it on the nose. It takes black people suffering, losing something, going through something, death, and all sort of crazy shit.
There won't be none of us left by that time.
I know, brother, but if you look at our history, it's always been some type of tragedy. For example, let's look at the civil rights movement. You know what really swung the civil rights movement around is the Emmett Till situation, when Emmett Till was killed. And a lot of people don't know this. This is true history. The reason why Rosa Parks sat down on the bus like she did, it wasn't because she was tired. That's a falsehood. She stated that she was thinking about Emmett Till and what had happened to him, and that was one of the reasons why she took a stand. It was that propelled us as a people, because they put that in the Ebony magazine, which no other publication would, and that really added to pushing the civil rights movement. And I had to say this: black people don't get up off our asses and do what we're supposed to do until something tragic happens. I mean, every time a cop kills a young man like a Trayvon Martin, or what happened, in Ferguson, then black people rally around it because they feel the pain. That's how and I think part of that is how we've been conditioned. Because if you look at slavery in this country, what did they do to black people? They tortured us. They whipped us. So we have this disposition to torture and pain before we do something. It's in us, man.
Let me say this. Every time, this is why me and X started this conversation. This is why I'm glad X told me about this. Because I've been steadily telling it, listen, man, when I train these people, I can tell if there's a man within the first 5 minutes in this boy life. But I'm like, who trained you? Pull up your goddamn pants. Look me in the eyes. Shake my goddamn hand like you got authority. I can tell if a man been around you or not, because that's the things that your father would have done been putting into you. Boy, look me in the eyes when I talk to you. Boy, shake my hand. Speak up. I can tell whatever and this is why people pick up on these things. So when I'm like, yo, why don't you know how to change that tire? Well, okay, stop. And I see the snickering and the man start getting frustrated. Y'all seen these guys when they get frustrated with other people snickering at them, and I'm like, calm down. And I have to start I'm not trying to sun them, but I'm trying to say, yo, I have to doggone speed up goddamn 20 years of a lifespan in this man before this shit hits the fan.
Yeah.
I listen, and I'm trying to say, man, the why we can't afford, and I get it, we gotta suffer it, but we can't afford another goddamn suffrage. Because guess what? We don't have anymore. We don't have any more motherfucking men. We don't.
That's the point.
We don't.
This is
I don't know who the
people,
fuck y'all think is coming, but ain't nobody coming this time.
That's right, because that's what I'm saying. Like if you look at how this thing goes, I mean, that's why I said, like, we got to study a little bit of history, because I mean, this stuff, this is a pattern, man, really. And it's hard when other people don't see the outside lining of something. It's like if you're looking at a pattern, like a Geiger counter or something, or you're looking at something that's talking about charts and stuff over maybe 10, 30, 40 years, 100 years. Okay, if you're only looking at 5 years worth of information, and somebody's talking and trying to prepare for the next 100 years of information, people not going to understand, why you're doing or trying to make certain moves. But what we're looking at here is like Rome. This is like Greece. We're in the decline of this whole thing. And so our situation, what we're doing, the talks that we're having is laying the foundation for our survival for another system. You see what I'm saying? Because when that dollar collapse, once you can't spend that money, and that money be like Zimbabwe's money, you got to take $5 million to get an egg. You know what I'm saying? Then we're going to see what's valuable at that point in time.
Well,
you see what I'm saying? And it's going to be in our lifetime. That's what I'm saying. This is in our lifetime. You see what I'm saying? And we're seeing the proof of that with these major collapses of government. When you have a situation here and your government can't respond to it, that lets all the other powerful governments around the planet see, oh, you can't provide for your people. When China had the coronavirus, they built 2 hospitals. But when we had a coronavirus, the rich businesses passed a $2 trillion stimulus package for themselves, and then they gave you $1,200 that you got to pay back next year in your taxes.
Well,
so they stole money from you.
So hold on. So let me say this real quick. Listen, y'all. We right now, I just did a goddamn debate on X. Shout out to the goddamn Prophet of Thought debate Coliseum.
Yeah.
But we damn sure at X, you knew damn well when I was debating, and I had the naysayers in there. And I had the naysayers in there about everything I was saying about this goddamn virus. Everything I said about this goddamn how this shit gonna go down. Where the motherfucker cure at? That these people were saying. Where the fuck is the goddamn government gonna ride in on a silver chariot and start? Where's those governments? Everything the black man done said. B.M.T. Let me turn on my goddamn camera. But I want to say I told you, motherfucker. So yeah, I got to return back. Everything I said, and Mike, you saw when I first started talking about it 6 months ago.
Yeah.
Everything I said, everybody thought I was crazy. Everybody thought I was panicking. And X, you saw me when I could say, yo, y'all need to go get better jobs. Get y'all shit together. Stop going around having multiple sex with kids. Stop doing this. B.M.T, shut the fuck up. You goddamn simp. Why you taking up? And I'm like, okay. Now the white man says, fuck you, black man. Fuck you. Now all of a sudden, oh God, how is this happening? And I'm like, oh.
And Info is saying the same stuff. Because Info, didn't they take? Now they took that video down of the brother who was in the prison that you posted.
Yeah, this is what happened. I did a premiere on a video with a brother that's actually inside the pen, in a federal pen, and he was talking about how they're letting a lot of these brothers die in there of coronavirus. He's in the joint. He's showing you people in his cell area.
Woo!
And he's showing you the whole damn thing. And then I think a couple hours after, or maybe an hour or so after that premiered that video, I saw that it was taken down and then YouTube sent me a message saying that they took it down because it violated their policies, and they felt that they didn't want to promote violence. And I'm saying to myself, what was violent about? It was the truth, and that told me right there, YouTube don't want us to educate or let our people be aware of what's really happening. They're working hand in hand with it. And I noticed more and more when I load up videos now, I notice that YouTube is being even more, because of their changes, they're being more sensitive to content that's really, I guess, controversial, profound, whatever you want to call it. So I was very disappointed that they took it down, because I think our people need to hear that.
Well,
because
see,
we got black folks. We got black folks on YouTube talking about this shit ain't real. That is some make believe shit.
I like the better one. You're immune to it. I like that one better.
Let me tell you some info. This is why I'm saying, like, even though our shit sometimes is Rudy Pooty, got a lot of problems. I don't know how much I don't know how much Black Junction can load up, but you need to load that thing back up on Black Junction or something in pieces.
Well, actually, I do have a Black Junction account, and I can load it. I actually have that video on my phone. The way I've constructed it, I can load it back up to Black Junction.
Please, see, this is what value. That's what I mean. Like, this is what I'm saying. Like, even though we don't see, sometimes when you're doing something, you don't see the value. Just like Freedom Paper. Have anybody heard of that? I mean, paper out there, yeah, in Maryland. Anyway, the brother selling toilet paper. You know, and everybody's laughing at him. We can get toilet paper from Sky. We can get it from the store. We don't need you. And the brother struggled through. They're working on paper, but now I got 3 boxes of damn toilet paper. I never send my wife to no store to be arguing over no toilet paper with people, and they're keeping it off the shelves here. And he send boxes of it right to you. Paper, you know, all the cleaning products you need, all of these little small micro businesses. You know, we look Rudy Poot right now. Even the black media, we arguing with each other. We look like we're insignificant. But when the time comes and you see the value of what your brother has done and what he has built, then you have to go to him, man. You know, and you need his help, and he's there to help you. You see, and so that's what I mean. Like, I know we have these disagreements and everything, but even with some of the people we get mad at, but just like the Europeans, you know, they have wars. They may have had a civil war, or they may have had a independence war, or they may have had some kind of war with Russia or whatever. But they don't let it get so far, because, you know, when push comes to shove, they will team up and put your black ass in jail.
I want to say this, man, and
that's how we got to be.
I get what you're saying, how we need to be, but we're here now. We're here, and it's nothing. I got nothing. Like I said, Mike, you know me. You always rock. Why you think I left from talking about just black YouTube now? I'm out. That's why I changed my name and my brand and shit, because it's like the stuff that I when the Negro wants me, he'll come find me. Right. When you want me, you'll come find me. I always rock with info. I always rock with you. I always rock with X. I always rock with you. But I am done trying to beat this black man and woman over the head about getting your shit together. And again, some of y'all have to just suffer and die and fall on each other's bodies. This social media shit, this shit right here, if that man were to say he turning all of our asses off, you're fucked. Oh yeah. Because right now, you need y'all. I'm trying to tell y'all right now, there's going to come a day where this stuff that we have right here, they're going to turn it off, and they're going to say, listen, you are going to have to pay for that kind of information. And so, right now, the time to learn this stuff. I already understand. And y'all rather watch black men argue and fight and destroy each other. But let there be some black men on the panel, and we talk about and literally the stuff we've been telling y'all, we've been showcasing to y'all. I literally did a video on how to get your stimulus check. You know how many people were in that chat? 3. But But black people don't know how nothing. Black people don't know how to get the fucking stimulus check. They don't even. I bet you a majority of people don't even know right now. People already been getting the stimulus check right now. You know why? Because it's not popular information. But you'll find out after everybody else get it. You'll find out after everybody else start doing their shit, and you'll be behind the curve again. Mind you, this shit has already been out for a while. And again, we need to stop being doggone reactive. I've already done put down on a generator. My mom and us, we already had a generator. I'm getting a second one. I'm getting another one.
I've
So that way,
so many generators.
now you see the thing about it is a lot of these things I done talked about. Listen, some of y'all need to go to mental health. You can go there. You can go file for there. But all the death that's going on, some of y'all, it does not hurt to go get a therapist or go talk to somebody with some type of professional help and go talk to them. I'm getting tired of seeing y'all niggas get on goddamn YouTube and doggone have clinical goddamn shit telling all you damn business. Go see a professional. Info, I'm gonna hit you up after this shit.
Let me ask you, brother, something. I believe, and I've said this before, and I said it tonight too. I believe at the end of this, you know, when all the smoke clears, because it's smoky right now. But when the smoke clears and, you know, people, you know, kind of, you know, because it's going to be like a new kind of normal, not the old normal. It's going to be a new kind of normal. I believe that many black people will be better off after this. The black folks who take advantage of the opportunities that will be presenting themselves. And we talked about many of those opportunities earlier tonight, because a lot of opportunities are going to present themselves. And I would like to think that a lot of brothers will grab hold of these opportunities. I would like to think that brothers will take this time, you know, especially those brothers who done lost their jobs and all that. And they're sitting home right now and they can't make a move. I would like to think that brothers would reskill themselves and learn some new shit, learn some new processes. I mean, learn how to start a new career, shit, become an entrepreneur. I would like to think that brothers are going to do that with this idle time that they have. I would like to think that brothers ain't just sitting in mama's basement playing Call of Duty because they ain't got a job no more. I'm hoping that they thinking about taking online courses, because, you know, most schools, you ain't going to be able to get into those for a while. So everything's online now. So I would like to think that brothers are going to go ahead and maybe learn some new shit, do something new, learn a new way to live, because it's going to be mandatory that you do that. But see, it's not mandatory for you to kind of, like brother Perfect Blackness says, retool yourself. See, that's not mandatory. See, it's mandatory for you to learn how to live different, because that's how it's going to be. Because if you don't, you stand a chance of catching that shit and falling dead. So that's mandatory. But getting your shit together isn't mandatory. That's not going to be mandatory. So I would like to think that brothers feel that it is. I want this to be a wake-up call for brothers, like we spoke up earlier, because when you went to work that day, and they came in there and shut that fucking place down, you wasn't thinking about that. You wasn't saying, damn, what if I lose my goddamn job? What if they shut this damn business down? You wasn't thinking about that shit, because, see, if you was, you wouldn't be down in grandma's basement playing Call of Duty right now. See how that works? So, I mean, we need to change our minds. That's the only way we're going to change our behavior. That's just the way it is. If you don't change your thinking, you're not going to change your behavior, man. And I would like to think, and it's unfortunate, like Brother Info said, it's unfortunate that it takes tragedy, pain, death, sickness, and government coming in saying your job is gone for us to think different, man. It's a goddamn shame, but I see it as a good thing, because maybe, just maybe, this may be the saving grace of some black folks. It's just unfortunate that some people had to die for
It's
it to
a
happen.
blessing. Unfortunately, to me, I'll say it like this.
I mean, y'all know. I know, Mike. I know. We know we are happy. Some people are going to die. Like I think.
No.
No.
No, I don't.
No,
I'm not happy.
I can't endorse
I'm not
that.
I
happy
wasn't gonna
that
say
people are
that.
going to
We
die.
just said we're fine with the suffering.
I wasn't gonna say.
No, I didn't say. I didn't say I was at BMT. I didn't say that I.
You know, I'm just saying what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I'm not saying I agree with the suffering, but I think that we've been culturally conditioned as a people, given our history, to be used to things suffering. Because think about it. When you have, no shade again to people that are Christian, but when you look at religion, a lot of black people that have been brought up in the church, what has the church taught us? To suffer because Jesus suffered for our sins, right? So everything, so we have an ideology within our community that you have to suffer to achieve. No, that's how we think. So that's why you have black folks who out here that may not be taking this serious until something happens to their family member, their grandmother, their father, their sister, themselves. Then they'll wake up and they'll find Jesus and say, oh my God, this is real. And this is how black people have been historically, in these situations.
Info. Now, see, that's the reason why, to me, that video man, that was probably one of the most. This is why media is so important as well. But that was one of the most effective tools to get our people who don't take this thing serious in the right mindset. Because a lot of our people know, jail ain't no big deal. I'll go to jail. But they see that situation. That brother, he wasn't in jail for. I think he was saying he wasn't in jail for something serious that he had maybe a year or something.
Yeah, and he didn't think that he was going to be able to make it because of the corona, what was happening. And then he's showing you with his camera, because he snuck the camera in. He's showing you guys laying on their bunks that are suffering from the coronavirus, saying, "Hey, this shit is real." But see, that's the reason why YouTube had to take it down, because that damn video.
And they're working together. That's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
They're working with the jail.
Right. That could have helped to wake a lot of our people up to see something authentic like that. But then YouTube wanted to crucify the video and say that it was something negative. And I knew when they did that, that told me everything I need to know, or reinformed what I already knew, that YouTube they don't want us to educate and wake up our people. They want to keep us asleep. They'll take that off. But guess what? But I'll bet you they'll keep a video on where we're arguing with each other, calling each other the N-word, you bitch this, and videos that say that we're ends and we're this and that and hoes. Oh, they'll keep that on and they'll monetize it. Yeah, yes, they will. And you'll get a lot of views.
Yeah, they'll monetize that.
But see, we gotta understand that. That's what I'm saying. Like, we the ones that gotta see through that. Like, there is an active. I'm saying to us, I know it seems hard because you can't see these people, but these people are literally watching our content. They're watching your content info. They're watching B.M.T. They're watching. I mean, I'm just a little bitty nothing, but I'm saying they're watching people who put this type of information out. That this is structured information. What you're going for the jugular. You know what I'm saying? You're going for self-independence, and they don't want that in the street. Do you know how much money? There's people that are making billions and trillions of dollars off of our foolishness. Now, those people, do you think they're not watching us?
So,
and then when we start to get our stuff together, do you think that they're not going to do anything? Let them get their stuff together, because then they're going to start spending with each other instead of spending with me.
So what?
I mean,
we got to see constructive ways. I want to ask y'all. I don't want to get too far off topic.
Okay.
Right.
But I want to ask y'all if y'all, what is some constructive? Because X wanted to do this to give black people answers, give black men answers on how to get ahead. I get this. I get the anomalies and entities. Why you think I changed my name from Black B from Black Man Talk? So I want to know, like, what are some answers to things that can said black man do to better himself? I mean, we already get it. They know how to turn on the computer and get in front of a screen. They know how to doggone get on here on panels and shit. Tell the black man how to make a goddamn fish. Get a fish.
Well, exactly what you. Yeah, I mean the straightforward answer, but the hardest part. Now we can give you the answer. The answer is actually the not the hard part, actually, because the answer is all around us, right? It's the easy part. The hardest part is to get through that thick ass skull of the black man. We've been so conditioned. We're the survivors of slavery. You see what I'm saying? You know what kind of pain and torture it. I mean, we had to endure to even be able to survive. So you're not gonna get this type of people to even want to do better with just no easy little situation. And that's why I'm saying that. And unfortunately, Info is right because we've been conditioned. I mean, to respond more to pain than to reward. You know, I can sell. Oh, here I got $1,000 over here if you train up for this position here. And nah, but if you get put out of your house, then you'll get busy.
So
Hey, BMT, what I think is the key to this is that a lot of where we go wrong with dealing with our youth sometimes is that we'll tell our people to change, do this and that, but we really don't have anything to offer them. So a lot of times people respond when they see what's in it for themselves in terms of you got something intangible to offer them. So we got to be able to tell them, we got to be able to show them particular type of fields and occupations that can make them more independent. And we have to have we have to be able to show them by example, by presenting black men who are doing these are things that I've done in the past where I've been involved. Where I live at now, we have a tutorial program in my organization where we bring black men in profession. By the way, Brother X, I saw you a clip of you on a channel, Brother Make a Change, that's been talking about Umar. But I saw a clip of you where you was working with a young black male at a Brother Q-Butter school, showing him how to work a gadget, or you're teaching him the mechanics of being an engineer.
Oh, they were taping that? I didn't know they were taping it.
What happened?
I was up at the institute. Yeah, I was at Zion's Institute.
There's a brother named Make a Change, and then there's Leon Honors, and they were doing this comparison about about Umar Johnson and the whole school thing, and how Q-Butter has a school, right? And they had in the video, they had you in the video. Well, that was a perfect.
I didn't even know they were taping that. They didn't even tell me. God damn it.
So in the video, it was perfect because that's some of the things that I've done in the past in my organization, where you bring black men and let black young men see tangible.
Send me that link. Send me that link.
Yeah, I'm gonna send you
that link. I didn't even know they were taping that. I mean, because I did some taping when I was there, and because me and Q-Butter, we all right. So I was there.
There's a kid named Make a Change who was trying to make the point that Umar Johnson could actually create a school because look at what Q-Butter did, right? And then there was some video footage that showed you in there, showed the school and what they're doing, and it showed you in there for about a minute.
Oh shit! I didn't even know they were taping. Man, send me that shit, info.
I'll send it to you. I'll send it to you. So to make a long story short, what I'm saying, you got to give people tangible by seeing people that's doing what you're saying. Other than that, people ain't gonna pay attention to you if you can't show them the tangible of how it actually works.
Well, this is what I think the solution is for many black men, and I know people may disagree with this, but the first thing, the first part of the solution is, because I'm a true believer that the solution is within the problem. So the first thing we have to do when you talk about black men, we first have to convince black men to figure out what they want to do, what they're good at, what they're not so good at, and what they're great at. And once they figure that out, then they can figure out what they want to do with their life going forward. I mean, I could stand in front of kids all day long and explain to them mechanical theory, small engine technology. I can show them all this shit. I can show them how to fabricate metal, weld, how to use an acetylene torch. And I could stand in front of them and show them that shit for months. But guess what? If that's not what they want to do with their life, they're not going to end up becoming a power mechanic like me. So you have to convince folks to figure out what they want to do. Think about what they want to do, what they want to be, what they envision their life as being, what type of life they want to have. It goes back to the old saying where when you was a kid, they would ask you, what do you want to be when you grow up? I think we need to start asking people that shit again. What do you want to be? What do you want to do? What do you want to have? What are your interests? And once we get those answers, now we can point people in the right direction, because I can't force people to be a mechanical engineer like me. You know why? Because some of these guys may not want to be a mechanical engineer. They may want to be a plumber. They may want to be an electrician. They may want to be a dentist. They may want to be an accountant. They may want to be, a doctor, a lawyer, a whatever. So we need to discover what young men want to do. And once we discover what they want to do and where they want to go, we can try our best to try to point them in that particular direction. But I think we need to get young people to figure out what they want to do with their lives, and then we can try to help them, head that direction or achieve said goal. I think those are the solutions. I know it sounds a little vague, but
No, that's perfect.
No, it don't sound vague.
No, that's not vague at all.
No,
that's exactly the thing. Yeah.
So that was going to be working with the youth is when you talk about solutions. That's at least with me in terms of what my part is and in the solution. I think if you're working with the youth, in particular black males, if you're working with the black male youth, man, in any capacity that's constructive, I think that's going to go a long way to an overall solution. I've been coaching football. I spent 10 years in the Army, and I've been coaching football for about 13 years here in Chicago. And within that program, within our football program, I have been tutoring and mentoring. And me being an IT guy, I can say there's been within that time frame, there's been I would say about 10 guys right now that's in the IT field who came through our sports program. And even most of those guys, I still keep some type of contact with, and they always call me because a lot of them, they still don't have relationships with their fathers. So I'm kind of like an extended father figure to them. They'll call me in the middle of the night, hey, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? And I'm in this situation here. What would you do? And what do you advise? And all of that. And even right now, what I do, I'll take them to my job. And after all these years, I've been in one career, but not one job the whole time. And every place that I've been, I've always arranged it to where I can get these kids to come to my job so they can see what I do, and not all of them like IT, but the main thing is that whatever it is that you want to do, you want to, you're going to need some type of education. So to go on your point, X, about getting into what their career goals are or what they want to do, I always have an exercise for them. Okay, and that helps me gauge their sincerity, but it also it gets the rusty gauges turning in their brain that once wasn't turning. So I always give them an exercise. For example, what I would do once they come from my job, I'll have them write down, give me 5 things that you like that don't include games, that don't include sports. 5 things that you like, that you would like to do, that you can do without getting paid to do it. And that's all I ask them. And I make them write it down. And then they'll bring it back to me. And then we have this career discussion. And I have found that to be very, very engaging to them, because once they let me know what that career, what that is, now we can start working on a path of getting them into that career. One kid was telling me he loved animals. He's a veterinarian right now. And this was when I think he was like 12 at the time. He's a veterinarian right down the street from where I live. He works at, he's a veterinarian right down the street. You know, another guy said he loved race cars. He's a mechanic, but that's still his thing. He liked race cars. I don't know why, but that's what he likes race cars. Which is much to my surprise, he was telling me more about NASCAR than anything, but he never really told anybody. And as you say, these old mamas, his mother was really discouraging him from it.
See?
And see, and one of the other things that I do is that because most of these kids are single parent, single mother led homes, and they don't know what to do with their boys. So when they call me, I'm one of the coaches on the team that when a kid is having any problems, discipline problems in school, grades, all the coaching, all the coaches' wives and all they always direct them to me. I mean the worst ones too. And I got a relationship with pretty much all of these schools in Chicago to where I can just go to the school, call the principal, say, hey, I want to come and take a look at this kid. And I'll just go to the school and just look. He don't even know I'm there. I'll just look. And sometimes I won't say anything. But when I go into my tutoring session with him, we talk about that. See? And that type of thing right there, when a lot of these kids don't, to know that someone actually gives a damn, that right there is a wall. Once they recognize that somebody actually gives a damn, a large wall has just fallen. Now you got them. Now you can really mold them. Now they're calling you before they call their mothers. See, so for me, the answer would be, we got to work with the boy. We got to work with these boys, these young black males. We got to work with them. We got to get them. Now, I'm not, that ain't my lane to work with adult men. I do work with them when I can, especially when I'm working with these kids' fathers. Right. But I got a thing that, and I take this from other scholars before me, you know, that you don't want to waste too much time working with grown folks because they're pretty much are gone. You got to work with the youth, and you would never ever see the manifestation of your work. So if you're a person who needs if you need pats on the back for the work that you've done and all of that,
you messed up.
Don't ask nobody for what the solution is, because you're not really ready to actually put in the work for a solution that's in the future. It is not designed for these type of problems within the black community. It is not designed for us, for those who are working for a solution. It is not designed for us to be able to actually realize the solution. We would never see it. So, and once we get to that realization and say, okay, all right, I accept that I never see it, but you know what? I got a kid, I got a daughter, I got a son, and I want them to have a better future. So it ain't just about my kids, it's other kids that's in the community as well. Real easy to just say my kid, but there's other kids in the community as well. And see, that's my thing. Now, I can afford to live anywhere in the country that I want to, but I choose to live where the problem is. In the
right. That's a manhood. Actually, that's a good example, brother, because I really am interested in trying. I think maybe we need to talk about, I don't know, maybe once a year. Info has projects. B.M.T has projects. We all have projects. It sounds like you have projects. Maybe once a year, we just need to have one day that we decide to, do maybe a scholarship or something like that, just throughout the black social media or something like that, just to show that, just to kind of get us doing something positive together. You know what I mean? Because, I think we need to kind of organize together, even if it's some small things, maybe just something, maybe small that we can just accomplish in maybe a day, or just showing that, because we raise little money and maybe have our supporters just, go ahead and give a scholarship. Doing stuff like that would help us, organize larger projects together, because really that's what it's going to take. It's going to take for us to build the trust, because trust it takes build. You have to build trust, because if you say let's organize an organization right now, black folks are going to be skeptical because we don't know what's happening and who's real and who's not. But if that's something that probably we may need to divert more conversation to try to get done. Maybe some type of unifying little group or something like that.
I agree. But I'm about to wrap this up,
Yes,
fellas. So
sir.
I'm gonna give everybody a parting shot. We talking about this constructive COVID coping. So whoever want to go first can go ahead, pull the trigger.
Yeah, I'm gonna just say something and then I'll be out. Like I said, what we doing, we can't minimize what we doing as far as when we doing something positive. COVID-19, it just like they are looking to maximize on any tragedy that happens. That's the same thing we should be doing. Where are the opportunities? Who can we save? Who needs to be left behind, as B.M.T may say. So that's all I got to say. And I appreciate you, brothers, and just keep on. Let's keep on doing the good work. Peace.
Absolutely. Peace, brother Super Mike.
Peace to you, brother.
Next.
All right, I go, because I got to go to bed. But look, just to close on what I was saying before, look, about the solution, because that's one thing that I am about is to be solution oriented. Look, I'm real big on working with the youth. We got to get their minds again, because we're not, when it comes to the adults, I know that ain't my lane. It's my lane only insofar as working with the fathers. The gifts that God has given me to mold these young black boys' minds is something that I recognize is something that I really do believe that the society really doesn't want. Okay, because the black male, forget about his image. The black male itself is under extreme attack. It is under attack. Period. Okay, so and we're the only ones that's going to be able to do it, right? We had the people before us, Dr. King, Malcolm X, all these other ones. They sacrificed. They knew full well that they would never see the society that they was trying to change it to. They knew that they would never see it, and we have to have that same type of mentality when it comes to our kids and comes to our boys, that we have to have a sense of self-sacrifice. Look, I got a family. I was just married last Saturday, and I plan on having as many kids as I can. But still, I'm going to raise soldiers to do the same thing that I'm doing. To do that same thing, teach this generation for future generations. And we have to have that mentality. We have to have a selfless mentality to give up ourselves, give up some of our time for our community, for the black community, in order to make the changes that we need. And therein lies our solution. And that's all I got, brothers.
All right. Next.
I'll just say this. I agree with most of everything that everybody has said so far. I think, Brother X, you hit it on the nail. You have to first find out what young men want to do. You have to play upon their interests and work on their strengths. And I think it comes down to identifying what they're good at, what they desire to do, and then basically put them in the right direction by bringing men in their life who are actually doing the things that they want to do, that they can use as a mentor, someone that can encourage them every step of the way. I think mentorship and getting our young men in the right direction is only going to make the future of black people that much better, because we are survivors, but we have to have men and people who are willing to motivate, engage, and push young men in the right direction. And that's why what Q-Butter has going on in his school is so powerful, very, very, very powerful. So I think that these are the approaches that we should take. But I'll leave you with these statements, as I said before. If anybody thinks that we're going back to what we thought was normal after when or if we ever get out of this situation, you got another thing coming. nothing will be the same as you knew it or believe it was before. Everything is going to change, and we have to prepare ourselves. I would say the black people out there who are caught up in the coronavirus got here. Hey, there's many conspiracies. I get it. I get it. Is the government trying to do this to us? Anything's possible. We know what they did to us during the Tuskegee experiment, giving black men syphilis. So anything's possible. But the reality is that it is here. What are we going to do about it? How do we protect ourselves? Because however it got here, it's here, and we got to learn to deal with it one way or another. And that's a reality. Thank you, brother Prophet of Thought, Brother X, for having me on, sending me the link.
Absolutely, man. Send me that clip, brother. Info. I want to see it, man. I didn't know they were taping in there that day.
Yeah.
Send me that clip, man.
I'll send you the clip.
Please
I'll send you the clip.
Me.
Yeah.
Whose page is it on? Whose page is
okay?
Is
well,
it on?
Basically, there's a brother by the name of Make a Change. This is a guy who's been kind of banging on Umar Johnson for a minute, showing how there's some things that are not up and up. So he did a video in comparison to Umar Johnson and Q-Butter, because he's been sort of clapping at Q-Butter, saying I don't want no school and no kitchen. He's been and all that kind of talk, right? So the brother Make a Change is showing how it is possible to have a school, because Umar Johnson could be doing what Q-Butter is doing. That's his whole point. And in that clip that he showed, I think it had a clip with you or working with the youth. Matter of fact, brother Leonard Honors, he basically showed Make a Change video on his channel and showing, hey, here's a brother here working with a young man, and when it was you, and I said, hey, that's Brother X, I recognized you. So I guess Q-Butter must have used the footage in a video or something that
I try to, I try very hard, man, to do the shit I tell other people to do. Right. And notice I didn't talk about it. Because I didn't even know they had taped it and shit. I had no idea. Notice I didn't come up here and be like, yo, I was here. And I just do it, man. Yeah, that's why when you said they taped it, I was like, they did? Because I didn't know that they were taping that day, because I did some taping that day that I was there, but I didn't know I was being taped too. They didn't tell me that.
Yeah, the video is showing the kids in the school.
And you said it's on Leonard Honors' channel?
Well, Leonard Honors showed the video because he wanted to show, he's been banging on Umar Johnson as well. So he showed the video from Make a Change channel showing how Q-Butter's got to school and how Umar Johnson's BSing around. He could be doing the same thing as Q-Butter. And he showed footages of the school. There was a video that was highlighting the school with the kids, and then it happened to be you on the video. What you were working with a young man. There was some type of whatever mechanical gadget that you were working with the young man with, and you were showing him how he can understand. Yeah,
fan motors.
Yeah, you were showing him how he can recognize something without going down the wrong road, of engineering. And so I said, wow, that go Brother X right there. And you was in it. And so that footage was also shown on Leonard Honors, but I think the footage originally came from Make a Change's video. So I'll find the video.
That's outstanding.
I will send you the video if you want to check it out. You was in there. Yeah.
Yeah, I do. I want to see it. I do want to see it.
Yeah, you was giving the young man instructions, and he was totally engaged in what you were talking to him about. And that's what I mean, man. That whatever you did on that day with that young man, that had an impact. We don't know where it's going to take that young man. That was impact.
What I did that day, I was helping them the day I was there. That was the last time I was in New York City. Okay. I was helping them take apart fan motors, and they were taking the fan motors and they were using the fan motors to build magnetic stirrers. I was helping them with magnetic stirrers. I was helping them build remote control cars, and I was helping them make solder points. That's what I came there to do with them that day. So I did a lot of stuff with the kids that day, man. I actually enjoyed it, man. I was there a long time. I was there like, I don't know, a few hours, and I was helping them solder. I was helping them, work on their magnetic stirrers, take apart fan motors. I was explaining to them magnetic resonance and things of that nature, because I know about that kind of crap. So, I was explaining to them, that kind of stuff. I enjoyed it, man. I was there like, well, hours. I don't even know how long I was there that day. I got dropped off there. My wife dropped me off there, and she went and did what she did, and I was at the institute. So, wow,
Yeah, man,
that's amazing, man.
It was a good thing, brother. So I had nothing
That's all right.
Nothing but good things to say about it.
Wow, I want to see that shit, man.
Yeah,
They didn't tell me
I'll
they was
send it to you.
taping.
Yeah, I'll send it to you so you can leave. I'll send the guy's video, and then eventually like I said, they show footage of the school with the kids, and there was a segment in there with you with the young man. So I definitely will send that to you. Yes.
Absolutely. I appreciate it, brother, man. And I appreciate you anyway. You're my brother, man. And you always welcome on the T.P.O.T YouTube page. You already know, brother.
All right, brother. I appreciate that. Well, everybody out there listening, thank you for listening to the programs. Keep supporting Brother X. He's doing a great job here. Brother B.M.T, I'll get at you, brother. Thank you as well. Let B.M.T give the last words for the night. But peace to you, brother. I'm going to get off here and get some rest and everything. So y'all
peace,
take
brother.
care.
Info.
All right. Peace, everybody. Peace to you.
Peace, brother.
Peace.
B.M.T, you up, man. Star of the show. You up.
Well, I guess. Look, y'all. With all that said, over 65% of kids right now are now falling behind. So I guess by the time when y'all start tutoring, kids are already falling behind. They're not doing their schoolwork. We already sat in there. If your kids aren't doing this, logging in with these things, if y'all just going around talking to them, you're wasting time. The schoolwork is getting done. And then by the time schools start back up, there's only going to be about 40, if that, days left. Only about like a few days left of school. That literally means some children are going to fail. And we already have a bad education gap. And sadly, these days, you need education to get a good job. You're going to need some type of set education. And we don't have that. We don't have that going on. We're finding out that parents, adults, they don't have set education. They can't read. They can't write. And these things are starting to catch up. And so we're asking y'all to start. Listen, I could talk to y'all about jobs. First of all, get your home life straight. I'm going to be wasting my time if I told y'all that. That's why I said I want to actually tell y'all about constructive stuff. Spend time with your kids. Actually start helping them develop. Help them catch up on their schoolwork. Connect with the teachers in the school. Just because you're a father don't mean that's not your job. Same thing for the mothers. You know what I'm saying? Let that man help his child. Woman or daughter or son. Don't really matter. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can say, well, we just worry about the sons, but then we also have the daughter issue going on right now. And it's not getting any better. We got enough DJ Kid situation going on. So we gotta understand, man, we gotta start hunker down. These jobs now, they're starting to require you get certified. If you can't read what's on the compounds of that canister, if you don't know how to properly fill out the application, you're no good. So you'll never get through the door. So I'm starting to understand that. Some of y'all came. I watch a man, he couldn't even doggone measure out with a tape measure. I said, cut me 5 and 2 inches. What? Man, give me the goddamn pipe. Get your dumb ass out of here. And this is something that we're learning. Some people don't know how to do these things. Put out a 3/4 goddamn wrench. What? They can't read math. They can't do math. They can't read English. They can't speak. That's why I said, listen, man. That's why I said I don't know if I'm gonna have to. Like I said, this cooperation. I get it. Yes, I'm glad it is here, but y'all need y'all to understand that not everybody's definitely not gonna make it. Said people are gonna get left behind. Everybody's not in struggle mountain mode. I get it, and then we know that's not true. But we also understand just because you're successful don't mean your kid is going to be. What's the point of you making it and becoming successful if you don't teach your kids the game? Teach your kids the way of how to actually become that. Start picking up extra crafts, extra tools. My dad drove truck, but he cut grass and sold watermelon and sold pants. And he taught all those things to me. So y'all need to do the same thing. Pay your bills on time. Have some type of discipline. Have some respect for yourself. Stop sleeping around. Stop having all these goddamn kids. Government's not going to cover y'all anymore. They're not. So whatever you fail in, you just fail. So y'all need to start hunkering down. I wanted to get to these. No, hey, sorry. I wanted to get to these Chromebooks for your kids. 65% of the kids in the South are failing. They're failing. That means a lot of them are not going to pass. Okay? Doggone, we got it to doggone the medical field. A lot of people are not getting health insurance. We need to get that done. Start filling out for your health insurance. I got to do all this real quick. I need to start getting health insurance. I need to start actually getting life insurance. Best believe they're going to be getting pushed back on y'all. Health insurance plans, life insurance policies. Why? But we don't know if you contracted it or not. Me and X talked about that a long time ago about having insurance policies. Black people don't get insurance for the most part. Hell no. Y'all got GoFundMe insurance. Y'all got Jesus insurance, but you damn sure don't got no damn life insurance. You don't got your funerals paid off. Some of y'all probably might need to look into going to law enforcement or the military. Yeah, I said it. That might be the best bet for some of y'all. Y'all might need to go there. I'll be bringing a recruiter on soon enough. Go into those fields. Might help you out. Everybody can't just jump and become an entrepreneur. Listen, I'm telling you right now. If you can't listen to that said man that is your boss, if you can't discipline yourself, maybe you need to go into some type of discipline until you get to that level. X didn't just jump into being a boss. That took a few years. Where I am today, 10 years. To have all this, God damn it, oh shit. Be prepared to lose part of your soul. And I'm still busting my ass. So when y'all look at these kind of things, understand a man ain't gonna never stop working. You ain't gonna never stop. Even when you have this shit paid off, you still got work to do. And so understand, now is the time. I ain't got time for no conspiracy theories. Tell y'all about no kumbaya. We need to come together. Fuck that. If you can't stand on your own as a black man right now, you fucked. You better learn how to go at it alone. If you can't bunker down, get yourself to study. If that woman gives a fuck about you that you laying up in bed with, that you piping down, you better learn how to get her ass at that damn table and say, listen, you going to study and get this goddamn CNA. And I'm going to get this paper right here. And we're going to bust our ass together and get out this goddamn Roach Motel. If y'all are comfortable where you are right now and you know the condition that you're in sucks, then get your ass to work. Get to work. You don't got no more time to be hanging around here. Turn off social media. Turn off Facebook. Stop calling your girlfriend and all them goddamn hoes. Get your ass and hunker yourself down. Fast. I know y'all don't want to hear that shit. Y'all thinking that social media, that's going to boost y'all up getting on YouTube. That shit don't do a goddamn thing. You don't got time. That's a luxury. You don't have. We already understand nobody takes you serious when it comes to the job market. So you're going to have to prove yourself time and time again. And they didn't mind clowning the president of the United States and you're the black man. You think they won't clown your ass? You think they won't disrespect you? X just told you that they had men who've been running their business that they just walk right up and say, hey, close this shit down. This ain't no essential. But X is an essential. But for him to get like that, he had countless hours. He didn't even know, yo, I got to fight to keep this business open. So before y'all say, I'm going to start a business, learn the motherfucking craft. Learn the criteria. Get some tenure. Be a journeyman, if y'all know what that means. Before you become a master, you got to go be a journeyman. You got to go be an apprentice. Get under somebody. I forgot we jumped over that. Go be an apprentice. Most of the time, apprentices don't make no money. Is that right? Is that not right, X? They don't make no money. Apprentices, they just there.
Hell no, they just there. Yeah, they just there.
You just
no,
there.
I was an apprentice before. You make squat.
You be lucky if they want to pay you.
You make
their pay
squat.
is allowing you to learn it for free. That's the pay. I got to give it to y'all straight. I had the summer program. I have a bunch of boys from the church. They come. Do you think they get paid? Nope. You know what they get at the end of the day? Pizza and ice cream. Other than that, all they do is work. Hell, I got right now a few dudes getting out of jail. You know what they want? They want jobs. So guess what? All you brothers who are not in that didn't go to jail, you're going to be competing with those brothers who are out of jail now. So now, guess what? Who do you think is going to be more hungry? The immigrants, the brothers out of jail, or you? Who wants that job bad enough? The brother at jail said, yo, it's either I go back to what I was doing or I get that job. And I ain't got shit where to be. And the goddamn immigrant says, either I go back to my goddamn country to nothing or I get that job. So now you got two competitors. And they're not on your side, black man. I got to let you know that. That's why X is telling you right now. We got a little bit off, but I got to let y'all know you better get your ass to work. Don't think sweeping the floor, you too good to sweep a floor. Don't think you too good to change out the vents. Don't think you ever too good to do shit. You take what you can get and you build upon that. And you say, can you teach me something else? Well, you're just a maintenance guy, but I can teach you some more stuff. The maintenance man has all the keys to the whole place. He knows everything. Believe me. The man who does the maintenance that keeps up everything, that keeps the building going, he knows everything. That's the man that the manager talks to. Why? Because he sees everything at nighttime and during the daytime that you're not supposed to see, but that's his job to see it before they see it. I'm trying to tell y'all. So y'all need to start getting up on that. Like I said, eat healthy, discipline yourself, budget your money, learn how to fast from all these goddamn women, and get your shit together and re-educate yourself.
Well, we got some breaking news. We got some breaking news because I done messed around and found this damn video that brother
go ahead and roll that beam footage.
That brother Info was talking about. They didn't even tell me they was taping that day. God damn it.
Go ahead and roll that beam footage.
Yeah, I was up, because everybody talked this, receipt stuff. I happened to be up at the Zyx Institute one day with my man C.O.V.I.D, and I was up there. I was up there for quite a few hours. I was up there for I don't even know how long I was up there, but I was up there for quite a few hours, and I was there with the kids, and I remember this little fella right here. Let me see if I can blow it up. What the hell is wrong with my damn? Now the shit don't want to expand all of a sudden. But anyway, I was up there with the young kids, and I was explaining mechanics to them. Oh, shit ain't working all of a sudden. I got screen freeze all of a sudden, y'all. As y'all can see, y'all know it's me though. Y'all can tell by the shirt, the bracelet, and the big ass gut right there. So y'all can tell it's me. Why the hell this shit ain't playing? What the hell happened?
You want to rebuff the window?
I don't know what the hell. Oh, here we go. Okay. All right. I was trying to get it to do something else. Now it wants to freaking expand. Yeah, so that's me. I was there with the young fella, and we were actually disassembling fan motors, because what they were doing there, they were doing a lot of shit there when I was there, but we were in one particular class, and I was showing the young fella how to disassemble a fan motor. And because they take these fan motors and they make little magnetic stirrers out of them. I mean, magnetized stirrers. I mean, literally, and they build them from scratch. I mean, people have no idea what Q.O.V.I.D got going on in that school. I talk about, shout out to my man Q.O.V.I.D. I talk about it so much because, see, I've been there. All right. I've been to Zayek's Institute. I don't even know how many times. I try to go there practically every time I'm in New York City. So I mean, when people talk that crap about Q.O.V.I.D, it kind of pisses me off, because, see, I know they've never been there. They've never been there, man. They have no idea what goes on in there. I do, because I be in there. I see what goes on in there. And it's some magnificent stuff going on inside that place. It just is. I'm gonna try to figure this out, y'all, and try to show it to y'all. I don't exactly know what's going on with my other screen right now. It's kind of pissing me off, y'all.
Y'all want to help Q.O.V.I.D? Tutor your fucking kids until Q.O.V.I.D school can get back open. Hit up Q.O.V.I.D and maybe X. I don't know if you can do that, but maybe we need to get Q.O.V.I.D on, and we need to say, hey, Q.O.V.I.D, what are some stuff we can start teaching our kids at home?
Yeah, because I hit my man Q up the other day, because he up in New York City, and New York City is a hot spot, for this coronavirus shit. So I hit him up to make sure he was all right and shit, because I've been knowing Q for a while, man. I mean, some people, they just now getting on to Q.O.V.I.D, man. I've known Q.O.V.I.D for a while. I was one of the first people to interview Q.O.V.I.D, a while back. I was one of the first people to bring him on my show. So I've known Q.O.V.I.D for quite some time. And like I said, whenever I go to New York City, I make it my business. To get up there and get up to the Institute, because I actually like working with the kids, man. I enjoy it, man. And they're so smart, man. Those kids in there are so smart, man. They're so intelligent, and they so engaged in what's going on, man. I mean, and told you, they were in there building remote control cars that day. That's what those kids were doing. And these aren't kids that are like 19 and 20 years old, man. I mean, I think the kid that I was working with at that moment that y'all saw, I think that kid's like 12 years old or something. I think it's like 11 or 12, man. And he's actually disassembling a fan motor, and he's going to take it and use that to build something else. I mean, it's unbelievable, man, what's going on inside of that place, man. It's unbelievable. So shout out to Q.O.V.I.D. Y'all need to get, if you haven't been to Zayek's, you need to visit it. You need to visit Zayek's, man. You do, because there's a lot going on in Zayek's, man, that folks don't know about, man. Zayek's is what it is. I mean, it's what it is. And it seemed like every time I go there, Q has added another component to the damn place. He done added another room. He done did something. Every time I go there, I be like, damn, man, when you put this in here? When did this get here? This wasn't here when I was here last time. All right, we're going to try this again, y'all. Here we are, me and the young fella. Here we go. We had him and I had showed him how to take the motor out, and I was explaining the brushes to him, and I was explaining magnetic resonance, and I was telling him, I said, you got to kind of think, about what you got to do before you start doing it. And I was showing him how magnetic resonance works, how the brushes inside of that electromagnetic, that's called a armature, inside that electromagnetic armature. I was showing him how the process of it works and what causes the fan motor to spin. That's what I was explaining to the young fella, you know, that day. You know, so yeah, man. And good thing, man. Good stuff, man. They didn't tell me they was taping the shit though. They ain't even say that. They taped that on the low, y'all.
I'm proud of your work. But you know what? That just shows you the best teachers are the silent teachers. We just do it. So I'm proud of you, X, for doing that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you keep it up. I'm pretty sure there's gonna be boys coming by. I challenge you, if you get time, show how to change a goddamn lawnmower blade. Just have somebody hold the goddamn camera phone and say, just watch me show you how to change this lawnmower blade.
Yeah.
Let me just show you how to take out the lawnmower blade, put in a new blade. Y'all can do this shit right at home.
Well, you know, I have a series on here that no one watches ever, and it's
Isn't
called,
that so fucking amazing?
It's called, because you know this is the Prophet of Thought series, and I have a series on here called X Explains, and I only got 3 videos up there because it's like no one watches them, but I did make them. I have 1 video showing you how to clean, how to take off, disassemble your own carburetor on your lawnmower, drain your tank, clean your carburetor if your lawnmower doesn't run. If you just got a regular push mower, I show you how to disassemble your carburetor, clean that motherfucker, drain your tank so you can get your lawnmower to run. I also have a video about growing your own food on there, and I also have a video teaching people how to use a plumber's auger to unclog sinks. So I have 3 of those videos up there already. I have 3 X Explained videos that no one watches. Yeah, and I give you step by step, growing your own food. I teach you how to plant a garden. I teach you what to start with. The same with the auger. I teach you how to use the auger, what it's for, and I also teach you how to deconstruct your own carburetor on your lawnmower. But nobody watches them. No one watches them. They don't watch them. I'm about to do another one, though. I'm gonna go ahead and do another one. I'm gonna do
just
one.
Just go ahead and do it so that way they can't say you did it. I done. Somebody asked me about the gun safety thing. I've already just did that video and just showed y'all. Listen, once I did it, my hands are clean. So I'm moving on to other stuff now. Yeah. Moving on to other stuff. And like I said, Wakanda forever and all that other shit.
Yeah, I did those videos a while ago. I think the last one I did was like this was like the top of 2019 or the end of 2018. I don't even remember, man. I don't even remember. As long ago. I got 3 of them up there. Nobody watches them shits, man. They don't watch them shits.
They'll like to watch them whenever we do the damn debates.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I think those videos got I think one of them's got like 50 views. Another one's got like maybe 60 views. The other one got like 80.
That sounds about right. That sounds about right.
No one watches them. You know, no one watches them. So what you gonna do, man? You know. But I appreciate you coming on, man. I appreciate you coming on, man. You know you're my brother. You know you are, and you're always welcome up on here, man. You already know, brother. Already know.
Like I told you, X, the day you stop doing this shit, I'll be right behind you. Once X stops, B.M.T will turn off this light right here. Turn off these lights, and I'll be going off to doing some other shit. But I won't be in these spaces. Once X is gone, that's the last tether. My brother, who's only 1 state above me, we in the same field of work, of blue collars. So whatever affects him, it ripples down here to me. Whatever affects me in the South goes right up there to the Carolina North. So once X says he's done, and trust me, when blue collar brothers start walking away from y'all y'all know y'all are fucked.
Yeah, it's over. It's over.
If they can't be patient with you, who can be? So
yeah,
we'll
but
see.
I
y'all guys
appreciate
later,
you,
man.
brother. Peace, brother.
Anytime for you, X.
You already know, man.
Marco Grande said he wanted to hit you up about he wanted to debate me about some shit. I don't know. Like,
yeah, maybe we'll do that Saturday. Are you free Saturday?
I don't know. What does he want to debate about?
Everybody wants to debate BMT.
I don't know what the fuck. I'm finding a way out of the game, and they keep trying to pull me back.
Well, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out because he had wrote me, and I told him, I said, well, I know that you wanted to, because you guys were supposed to debate like weeks ago. It was like weeks ago, and I guess he want to go ahead and do it. So we'll see. I told him that we'll try for Saturday. So we'll see what happens, man. Okay. But Saturday I gotta work. So I mean, it all depends on
I'm not sure Marco Grande understands that the world's gone to shit where we're at. So
I mean, so we'll see.
We're family men that gotta work.
Happens. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. How early I get back. How early I get back to the house. So. But I'll try to squeeze it in there. I'll try to make it happen if I can. All right.
I could try to do an hour debate with him. An hour debate.
Yeah. I'll try to make it happen.
All right.
Peace, brother.
Peace, brother.
Yeah. Let me turn on my camera so y'all can see my face. Yeah, another night has come to an end, man, and some good shit got said up here tonight by the brothers, didn't they? They said some really, really good stuff tonight. I'm gonna keep it short and sweet, man, when it comes to this coping with this COVID shit, because from what I've been hearing and reading, and seeing coming across my news feed, this coronavirus thing, man, is affecting us black folks disproportionately. I know it is where I am. Here we're about, I think, 30% of the population, but we're about somewhere between 45 and 50% of the cases. It's a tough deal, man. I don't know if it's because of how we live or our lack of concern for this thing, or our lack of access to information. I'm not sure what it is, but somehow, some way, man, it's appearing to affect us black folks more than it's affecting other people. And that being the case, that should make us want to take it more seriously, for the simple fact that it is affecting us the most, man. I mean, black people are dying. Black people are getting sick. Black people are transferring it to other black folks. We need to take it seriously. We need to think about trying to survive this, because it's important. Now, do I want you to be paranoid? Because I've been talking about this ever since this started. Do I want you folks to be paranoid about shit? No. Do I want you to become a I don't know. Do I want you to become a person who is scared to go out of your door? Scared to do anything? No. I don't want you to become a hypochondriac over this. But I do want you to be deliberate about what you do, who you're around, how you operate. I do want you to do that. I want you to do every goddamn thing you can to keep from getting this stuff. That's what I want you to do. And I will reiterate that if you have messed around and lost your income, this is the perfect time to be sitting down, figuring out how to get income coming back into your life. Like we said earlier, it may be time to switch careers, man. It may be time to head in another direction. It may be time to change your trajectory, man. This could be a sign for you. Maybe what you were doing wasn't meant for you anyway. Maybe it was something you were just doing just to collect a check. It's time to think about it, man. I said it earlier. I mean, figure out what you want to do, man. Figure out what you're good at. Figure out what you're bad at. Figure out what you are great at. And make a decision, man. Be deliberate. Be constructive. There's a lot of opportunity out there, brothers. Lots of opportunity. And I want y'all to take advantage of it. Because I damn sure am. I'm not going to let the other folks get hold of all this money. And I don't get any of it. Because trust me, there's a lot of people sitting back thinking the same way we're thinking. There's some dollar signs attached to this outbreak. And guess what? We need to be some of the people that capitalized on it. I want y'all to think about it, man. And when you're done thinking about it, I want you to do something about it. Let's not fool around, man. Let's get at it. It's up there for a reason. Because whenever you see this, I want you to be thinking about, let's get at it. I think we're going to get through this, black folks. Of course, some of us going to get sick. Some of us going to get hospitalized. A few of us are going to die. That's just part of it. But like I said earlier, unfortunately, this may be one thing that will cause us to tighten up. Now, it's unfortunate that black folks had to die for that to happen, but those black people that died, make sure they didn't die in vain. Capitalize on this shit, man. Capitalize on it while the door is open, brothers. Because trust me, it's not going to stay open forever. And when it shuts, like I said earlier, I want it to shut behind you, not in front of you. When that door shuts, I want you to be in that building, getting that money. I say again, think about it. And when you're done thinking about it, do something about it. You understand? Do you understand? But anyway, I want to thank everybody for coming out tonight, man. I appreciate y'all, man. It's always good to be up here, man, with the good folks, man. Especially these good folks here, man, in my chat room. Moderators always doing what they got to do. I appreciate y'all as always. Some programming notes. Y'all heard me talking to Brother B.M.T. We might have a debate going down this Saturday. I'm not sure. Don't hold me to that. But we definitely got a debate going on next Wednesday. Brother Ramil Amir will be here, and he's debating Supreme King Coon. So that's going to be a good one. Yeah, Brother Supreme and Brother Ramil are going to be here debating Wednesday night, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time on the T.P.O.T YouTube page, Hours of Power Debates. Don't miss it. Tell all your friends this one's going to be hot, boy. Yes. Yes. So make sure you have your black behinds here. You understand? You understand? But as always, what I need you to do is get down to the Proper Thought series on Facebook. That's Proper Thought, one word, series, the next word, on Facebook. Go ahead, like the page, follow the page, and share the page. That's our community page, our main page. You can even catch up with old X down there. All you got to do is drop me a line. I'm guaranteed to get back to you within 24 and 168 hours. You can always find out what's going on right here on the T.P.O.T YouTube page on there as well. And while you're down there, get your black behinds down to the Proper Thought Series fan group page. That's the Proper Thought Series fan group page on Facebook. Go ahead, request to be a member. You're guaranteed to get in there quick because, see, now I am a moderator on the chat. I'm an admin. So if you got any problems, just drop me a line. I'll make sure you get in there, all right? It's a fan group page. So, you know, there's a bunch of people down there posting and doing shit, so you ain't got to listen to no X run his mouth all the time. You got other people down there posting and running their old mouths too. Also, check us out on WhatsApp and Instagram. That's Prophet of Thought. Leave out the series on Instagram. Go ahead, follow us on Instagram. You're guaranteed to get a follow back, and you know we're going to end the night like this. Get your black behinds down to Twitter. The Twitter handle is at T.P.O.T Media on Twitter. That's at T.P.O.T Media on Twitter. Go ahead. Follow us on Twitter. Because if you don't, I'll haunt your old black ass mama in her dreams. Tonight, tomorrow, the next day, the next day, the next day. Then I'll stop haunting her for about a week and bring, just when she think I'm done, I'll be right back. So once again, I want to thank everybody for coming out tonight, man. I really appreciate y'all. Most importantly, man, I want to thank you, man, for hanging out with us, man, spending some time with us and watching us. I also want to thank my man, brother B.M.T, brother Perfect Blackness, brother Super Mike, and my man, brother the Info Man from the Info Man Show. Get on down there and subscribe to all of those brothers because they all do good shit. And once again, man, I will tell y'all, man, we're going to get through this thing, man. We're going to get through this COVID shit. How we get through it is the question. And I want y'all to get through it, not just all right and healthy, but a little more prosperous with a little more money in your pockets. All right? All right. So, with that, I will leave you with 3 words. You know, like I always do.
Let us open our minds.
I know leadership don't mean
Peace, folks.
love don't mean retaliation. If we don't stop, if they parade, they celebrate. Eat caviar, drink champagne. If they parade, they celebrate. At the death of a child of a slave. Child of a slave. Remember your forefathers' tears, the lives which was lost for us to see peaceful years when shot and stop. Who remains flat? If people rate, they celebrate. Eat caviar, drink champagne. If people rate, they celebrate. At the death of the child of a slave. Proper thought.
Open our mind.
If we don't stop,
Open our mind.
proper thought.
Open our mind.
The child of a slave. Proper thought.
Open our mind. Open our mind. Only from the Prophet of Thought Series Media.
Open your mind.